This is the Mike Calta
Yes.
Show. Oh,
Can you hear
now
me?
I can hear you.
Is it
but
bad?
I'm feeding back
Oh
now.
no, something is not right here. Stand by, Carmen. We're gonna figure this out in 2 seconds.
Okay.
I dropped something on here yesterday, and I changed everything around. Hold on. 1 to 6 and 1 2 4.
See if you can knock that coffee onto the board.
Comrex into 2 3 4. Comrex into 2 3. Carmen?
Yes. We're good.
Oh, I can't hear Carmen now.
Oh. Never mind. We're not good.
How's that?
Good.
Yeah.
Hello, can you hear me? Okay, yeah.
Gio has saved the day. Oh, sorry about that. I hit something yesterday and it still worked, but I must have hit the wrong button, so I didn't know.
Thought I was having a stroke at first.
Welcome to the show. It is Friday, February 21st, 2025, and we are coming to you live. Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing?
Good.
Gio, I don't know what this is. What is this? This is...
Yeah, I know.
Gio brought me a glass of dirty dishwater.
It's muddy water.
As soon as it hit the light, I knew.
Mm.
I'm like, oh no, this is not going to be right. Not enough cream, I realize.
I mean, it's
but I
not so
fixed the
bad.
goddamn board. So what do you want?
Yeah. You were a zero and you became a hero.
Thank you.
So welcome back.
I feel like I canceled each other out.
Yeah, we're good. Anyway, welcome to the show today. I was this close to going to see not my Captain America last night in the movie theater.
Really?
My wife, my son, my daughter, and my son's girlfriend went to the movies last night.
To see Captain America or to see
No.
something else?
Evidently, Carmen, do you know there's a movie with SZA in it?
I did not know.
SZA is in a movie.
Yeah.
You know about
I do know about it.
Hip-hop
It's
king
her
of hip-hop.
and another girl.
Oh, yeah. They're having like a girl day, bad day, or something like that.
One of them days.
yeah.
Is that what it is?
One of them days. Yeah. Yeah, because I saw the commercial for it and I go, really? All right.
I didn't know that was going to theaters. I thought that was going to be like a Hulu or Netflix thing.
So this is what it turned into. My son's girlfriend and my daughter talked about going to the movie together, and then they all of a sudden invited my wife, and then my son was going, and everybody was going to the movies last night. There was no way in the world I was going to see that movie. Who dem day that day?
One
What
of
is
them
that?
one of them days.
One of them days.
Maud Apatow is in it too.
Still not enough to get me to go to the
Because
movie.
you're not going to believe this. You're not going to believe this. She meets them, and she's very nerdy and white and doesn't know how to act around black people. And Cat Williams is in it too.
Oh.
It's got all good reviews.
Judd Apatow really didn't do that girl any justice by naming her Maud.
Mm.
There's only one other Maud in this whole world, and it's B. Arthur.
She is. Wow, she's 27 years old
I know,
now.
that makes
Good
us feel-
grief.
Yeah.
I wonder if she's going to show her cans like her mom does all the time.
I think her mom is beautiful.
Oh, she is.
Yeah, I think her mom is really, really pretty.
And she loves to show her boobs in every movie.
Yeah, good for her. Thank
Yeah,
you, thank
yeah,
you,
good
thank
job.
you.
All the reviews are like in the 90s or higher.
Well,
Which means
Probably
it's
my
terrible.
family.
Yeah.
so they went to the movies last night, and I was like, no, I'm not going. And I went, wait a second. What if I go see Captain America, and you guys go see SZA, and then we almost did that. And then I realized that the hockey game was on last night. I'm like, oh, no,
Yeah.
I'm leaving the house. I'm watching hockey. I'll stay home. So I stayed home and didn't do anything. And they all went to the movies.
Twice I've almost went to see this Captain America and talked myself out of it.
One of them days has a 95% on Rotten Tomatoes. Captain America: Brave New World has a 49%.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't care that guy is Captain America because he's an evolving Captain America.
No, that doesn't bother me.
It wasn't just like they were like, well, we'll make Captain America black in this movie. It was because he became Captain America died, and they
remember he's
went
old.
back in
Yeah,
time.
he's
Yeah,
old.
and they made
Passed
this
it on
guy.
to him. You mean Wish Will Smith?
Wish Will Smith. Yeah, yeah. Who I don't think is so bad. He was good as the Hawk guy or whatever he was called.
Yeah.
What was he called? Falcon.
Falcon.
Yeah, he was fine as that. So the fact that he's got combination of powers, 'cause I don't know. Do they pump him up? Has he got the Captain America strength too,
He's
or
more-
just his shield
Yeah, I think he's more
suits?
technology.
Yeah, he doesn't have powers. He just has the cool wings.
So then, how does he carry around the shield? Isn't the shield like super heavy and like people?
no,
Shield's not
that's-
super heavy. That's Thor's hammer.
Yeah, you're getting them mixed up.
I know Thor's hammer is heavy, but I thought the shield was also.
No,
like
the
something.
shield. Anybody can hold the shield.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The shield is made of adamantium,
Yeah.
so the
Which
shield could block everything.
Tony Stark helped develop.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Because his father originally
Yes.
worked on it. Yeah.
Yes.
So confusing. Yes, we're grown men.
Harrison Ford's in it though. He's the Red Hulk.
Now, how does that happen?
But I don't know. But I guess it's not. Even though it's in all the marketing, it doesn't happen until like the end.
Right.
And it's very short.
But Harrison Ford's the president,
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
and he's our president turned into the Hulk, a bad Hulk.
Yes.
I don't know. That's where it's kind of losing.
I don't remember much of the Red Hulk from like when I was a kid.
Me either. I remember that they set it up in the movie, the Hulk movie with
Norton.
because remember that a drop of the blood fell into that soda,
Mm-hmm.
and then that nerd drank the soda.
Right.
He
Oh,
was
yeah.
supposed to be Red Hulk or one of the Hulks or something.
That Hulk movie wasn't that bad.
No, none of them were that bad, but they didn't nail the Hulk down until Ruffalo. Until they nailed the Hulk monster down, which was Ruffalo's Avengers. That's when you were like, all right, they finally got it.
Yeah, because I feel like the Edward Norton one. Sometimes he was giant, sometimes he was pretty big.
Mm.
Like it was different, you know. Like he would bust out of a building, and you'd be like, "Good Lord, look how huge he is!" And then he'd be standing next to someone, and he'd be like 8 feet.
And
Maybe.
Eric Bana's Hulk was the Ang Lee one, and that was really weird.
Or maybe that was the one.
That's
But
the
that
one-
was the one where the anger he got, the bigger he got,
Yeah.
which
Oh.
was not in any
Oh,
comic
okay.
books
Yeah,
or
yeah.
anything.
All right.
Then
That
he
was
jumps up and like takes down jets and stuff.
Well,
Yeah.
that the Hulk could do,
Yeah.
but because the Hulk has the power to jump and all that stuff.
But it doesn't grow like the size
No.
of King Kong.
No. I don't know how big he was, but he was not King Kong size. But he is strong because
Yes.
he could hold up a planet. I saw that in a comic book one time.
He can stop a bullet in his mouth.
Yeah,
You
no,
know?
he's the Hulk. Anyway,
You did not go see
I
it.
did not go see the movie last night, and I stayed home to watch hockey, of which I fell asleep in the first 5 minutes.
Oh,
I don't
you
even-
missed like
That was a great game.
I waited to see if there were any fights in the beginning. There were not. The Americans booed the Canadian national anthem, so I thought there was going to be some retaliation.
The Americans booed the Canadian national anthem because she was terrible, and I think that was a ploy. I
Yeah.
think we got the worst person we could get
She
to
was
sing
bad.
the Canadian national anthem
on purpose.
Yeah. To be like, oh, you want? There you go.
Hey, Julie's been wanting to sing for years.
Oh,
It was weird because she's a 3-time Grammy Award winner. They were like, please welcome 3-time Grammy. I would go, who is this? Celine Dion? Who's this going to be?
That's the thing is just because you're a Grammy winner doesn't mean you can sing live.
No.
You know what I mean? They
Yeah.
can
She
do-
could have wrote the songs. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. She
So-
may not be the singer. She may be the songwriter. She may be something. But also in the studio, you can do a lot.
Yeah.
Well, it was.
I think they set her up.
It was
Yeah,
pretty
that's what I
terrible.
think it was too. I think Boston was like, "Hey, let's get Maud out here
Yeah.
to sing it."
Yeah, it was pretty terrible, and they booed, and then I waited, and there were no fights, and then I just dozed off.
There was a couple dust ups,
Yeah.
but nothing like it was the other day. Whenever they had 3 fights in 9 seconds.
Yeah.
If you're Keith Kachuk, how proud are you that both of your sons are playing at the same level,
Oh, it's so great.
better than you played,
Yeah, it's so great.
and playing at the same time?
Yeah.
Yeah, that must be something. That must be something else.
I was wearing my Lightning sweatshirt, and I stopped in Publix the other day, and one guy, cashier guy, Joey, that I know, we always talk Lightning stuff, and the lady was like, lady in front of us was, I don't know, maybe 70 or something. She goes, I didn't like all the fights
Oh,
that they had.
come on.
It's
You
exactly
should
what
have mushed it right in the face.
I just looked at her and I go, maybe hockey's not for you.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
what? I checked her into the magazine stand.
That was the thing that my wife loved about hockey. What she really got into was the fighting,
Yeah.
and why she liked Alex Killorn, because he was a little scrappy,
Yeah.
and he would like to fight. So
Yeah, it's awkward. I'm watching the game and I'm like, boo, Canada. And then you see John Cooper, like, oh no, I like him.
I got to tell you, it was funny. Yeah, because and then you got Point on
Yeah,
there,
Point is on
and
there.
Hagel and stuff. Because I was like, listen, Cooper, we love you, but tonight,
Yeah.
screw you, buddy.
It's
Yeah.
awkward. It's awkward rooting against those guys.
Yeah.
and plus, I think he doesn't like us,
Huh.
Cooper.
This show or
Yeah.
you?
No, maybe me.
Oh.
I guess I always blame me
Yeah.
because he was supposed to come on the show, And then when we got the rights to the show, to the Lightning, they were like, "Oh, everything is great," and blah blah blah. And Cooper is coming on. Never been on the show. Never happened. And then he has his charity event. Never invites us to the charity event. Never do anything. So I don't know. I could live without it. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I shouldn't say he doesn't like us. But I met him one time at his kid was playing hockey where Joey was playing, and he took a picture with Jake and Joey, and he was very nice. So I don't know. Maybe he's just not a.
Maybe he's indifferent. He doesn't care one way or the other.
It might be me, Carmen.
I don't know him at all, but he doesn't seem like a guy that's going to go out of his way to be, hey, what's going on? You know, he seems like a very kind of Zen dude.
He is so interesting to me. He is a non-hockey playing attorney coach who did not play,
right,
and yet is one of the best coaches in the history of the NHL. That to me is amazing, and I really wanted to talk to him, and I guess that will never happen. Well, it will never happen now. I can tell you that.
No.
What did you do, Carmen?
What?
To make him not like us? Yeah.
It wasn't me. I promise. It was definitely your face. Probably
it might be.
Yeah.
I saw a picture of me yesterday, and I was like, I don't even like that face. I have an unlikable face.
It's like when Gio was taking pictures of Tom Brady and his kids.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like you did something like that to Cooper, not realizing you did that.
Me?
Yeah.
No, definitely not.
And why else would he hate us?
I was taking a picture of Tom Brady. His kids
and his
happened
kids.
to be in
And they were eating. That's the worst.
Questionable. I did not. I've never sniped a picture of Cooper, and it wasn't even me who asked him for the picture with Joey and Jake. It was Pete. So
he does seem very nice in interviews that he does.
Seem very nice.
When he does do an
nothing
interview.
against him. I think he's very nice. I just I waited 3 years.
Did Olivero interview him?
I don't know. Maybe Olivero's got a much friendlier face than I do.
Yeah.
so
and a show about hockey.
Yeah, that's true too.
So
yeah. I don't know. I think this show would talk much more about hockey if I wasn't so scorned.
Yeah.
Burned.
You don't really go that much this year either.
I don't. It's hard to go for me during the week. I can only go on the weekends,
Season's wrapping up.
Yeah. I've given away more tickets and gone to the games, I think, which is fine.
They're back, though. They had the 4 Nations break, and then they're back on Sunday, I believe.
It's Pride Night, I think. One of these upcoming nights is Pride Night.
Not my hockey.
And they drop the puck instead of fighting. They all kiss each other on the lips.
They actually don't puck. They do.
No.
Yeah, Sunday against the Kraken at home at 6 p.m.
It's funny to me that there's a team called the Kraken.
Kraken?
Yeah. I don't know why. It's actually
cool,
pretty good. Yeah. In the beginning, I was like, so dumb, but it's actually pretty good.
I like that Lightning, kind of went off the script a little bit, where it seems like you get very kind of basic, boring NFL team names.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, we're going to do an animal or we're going to do this, where they're like Senators, Islanders, Lightning, Kraken, Flames, like they're all over the map with it. Sabres.
Yeah.
Buffalo, famous for their sabers. I don't know. Maybe they are, though. Maybe there's a saber maker that started Buffalo.
Yeah, I don't know. They come from somewhere else?
Sabers?
I have to look it up. I was just
wondering
about that.
I have to.
And what's a bill?
Yeah.
I think it's Buffalo.
Bill Hickok.
Buffalo Sabres got their name from a contest held by the Knox brothers in 1970. The brothers wanted a unique name for their NHL hockey team. So somebody said, what about the Sabres?
Yeah, makes no sense.
I like that.
Makes no sense.
I assume that the Buffalo Bills, their first season, they just had a lot of guys named Bill on the team.
I'm just a Bill. Bill.
I'll tell you right now, Buffalo Bill's name origin comes from the Wild West showman, Buffalo Bill.
I was right.
Called it, Joe.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't hear you.
Nailed
Buffalo
it.
Bill Hickok.
Joe was there. That's how he knows.
That's right.
With Wild Bill Hickok?
Yeah.
Probably.
Joe traveled to the Wild Old West.
Yep. I did.
I got bad news this morning.
Uh-oh.
A guy emailed me last night, said he works at Disney Springs. And that it's the Princess Marathon this week.
Oh, yeah, it is.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
That means you are
a lot of stuff shut
you
down.
are so screwed.
Well, seriously, what does that mean?
That means major crowds.
Major crowds and, early, I would imagine, early shutdowns because they run through the park. So
But they run early, don't they?
That's did I say early twice or no?
Well, you said early shutdown. They wouldn't be open.
Yeah, it's
So late opening.
You're
Did-
late.
did
It would be the
We're never
opposite. It would
going-
be
We're not going in early. I can tell you that.
It would
Did you
be-
say all the hotels were booked except one? Did you say that?
No, there was availability in the hotels.
Oh, it's going to be major.
Oh,
crowds.
come on.
Yeah,
Mhm.
the
Gonna be
princess
busy.
one is like a big one.
Is it
because
really?
everyone dresses like a princess,
Yeah.
right? Like they all dress up.
I'm gonna try and get out of this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and cancel this weekend.
You got to pivot to Universal.
That's fine.
Yeah,
That's fine. We'll do that.
I just imagine it's going to be a lot of people. The crowds are going to be higher because people come from all over to do that.
Oh Christ.
Oh, you got road closures.
Yeah,
For real?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh.
Let's see. Road closures due to Princess Half Marathon. Oh man, Epcot Center Drive is closed 4:30 9:30. So it looks like let's see.
4:30 to 9:30 a.m.
Yeah, 3:30 to 7 a.m.
Oh, I won't even
8
be there
a.m..
before 10 o'clock.
Yeah, it doesn't look. That looks like the latest closure is 9:30. That opens back up at 9:30. So
Okay,
yeah, you should
I'll
be okay
fine.
with that.
I'll be fine.
well, it's not the race you worry about. It's that all those people then go to the park afterwards.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
You know, stay there.
Yeah, they all stay there because it's like at 3:00 in the morning.
all in shape.
Yeah, I had some friends that did it years ago, and they said it was just insanity because there's so many people.
So I'm trying to get out of it now because here's why. Because Friday we're leaving after Juliana gets out of school, and she gets out of school at 4:30. It's gonna take me 5 hours to get there.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Right?
Yeah,
I-4?
either leave that night or the next morning, early. You know what I mean?
Oh, this is
Like
killing
I would
me.
rather wait and go at like 9 o'clock at night.
It says the Princess Half Marathon typically sees over 26,000 participants per year.
And think of that, 26,000 plus family and friends and stuff. So
Yeah.
you're looking at like 40,000 at
Those-
least.
The parks are going to be slammed afterwards.
Oh, Gio, you're killing me.
I'm just,
We gotta get out of this.
you got.
But wasn't it your idea?
What?
Wasn't this your idea? Didn't you take this to your daughter and be like, I want to take you to Disney?
I'll take her to Universal.
Yeah,
I'll take her to Universal.
You got-
We'll go to
yeah.
Universal
You can't
instead.
promise one thing and then come back with another.
I don't think she cares.
yeah.
I don't think she cares.
You got it.
Yeah, if
I'll
you
go
just
buy her
say,
a
listen,
wand.
there's a marathon, they're closing everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be super crowded
Maybe
afterwards.
kids would like to experience Busch Gardens this weekend.
Ah.
That's nice too.
Yeah.
But I would imagine half of those people are going to be like, it's going to be super crowded. We should go to Universal.
Maybe. I just know the princess one is one of the big deals.
Oh,
over there.
Star Wars
man.
one's big too.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah. I don't want to get. That's not a incentive for me.
Yeah.
Tony was like, you got to run the New York Marathon. I go, too many people.
Yeah, like this one, I believe you run through like Epcot and Magic
Right,
Kingdom
right.
or something.
Because I did the Vegas one. That's cool because they shut down the strip and you get to run Vegas Strip at
Right.
night, which was really cool. But
That
it
sounds
wa-
fun.
But it was packed. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm used to coming from, Safety Harbor Marathon or something like that, whatever. And I was like, oh, this is easy. You don't see anybody for a
Yeah.
while and stuff. But it was elbow to elbow the entire way.
So if it's elbow to elbow the entire way, how fast are you going?
I mean, it
Like a
depe-
light trot, or are you guys all going pretty?
you go your pace, and they have different pacers that run. So obviously, and you start where your time would be.
Yeah.
So if you're a super fast and you're running like a sub 3 hour marathon, you're up closer to the front,
Right.
whatever. But the ham and egger guys, that are running 4.5, 5 hours or whatever in the back, and then anywhere in between. But they also have actual runners that say this pace is going to get you in at 3 hours and 45 minutes.
Okay,
Now
so you
how-
follow them.
How good do you have to be a pacer?
Oh, you have to be pretty. I mean,
That's-
yeah.
You know what I mean? But that's what I'm saying, because like they don't have a pacer for like the leaders, right? That are running like for the 2 hours. Those are their own pacer, right?
Yeah, they do have some. I don't know whether it's the front runners or anything like that, because obviously, there may be a guy who's faster than the pacer. But if you're running, if you're doing 3 hours, 3 hours is a fast marathon,
Right.
and there's a pacer for that. I would imagine.
That's what I'm saying. So like, how good do you have to be?
You have to be really good.
to be that person.
If you're winning like the New York Marathon, they're usually like damn near pro athletes.
right.
It
If
seems
you're
like.
winning the New York Marathon, you are a
Yeah,
pro athlete.
that's-
You're 100% sponsored, and that's what you do.
Right.
That's your life.
Yeah.
Is you run marathons.
Probably top 10s like that.
Yeah.
Is there
the-
money to be made there?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Sponsors.
They make well they get paid. I don't know what the New York Marathon winner gets, but it is money, not
Like
not
hundreds
millions.
of $1,000s?
I want to say in that area. I can find out, but then they have all the sponsors too.
Yeah.
You have all the sponsors, whether you're sponsored by Nike, whether you're sponsored by this.
I have it. So the winner gets 100,000.
Yeah, I thought it was somewhere
That's
around
pretty
there.
good.
Yeah, so $100,000 for that, and they run multiple
Yeah.
marathons throughout the year. You know, you
Boston
do different
Marathon.
ones, and overseas they have Germany and they have Japan. They have all these different ones.
You get a shoe sponsor. You get a
Shoe sponsor,
short
you
sponsor.
get apparel, you get also all the different supplements and
All right, I'm in.
protein bars and this and that, whatever.
You convinced me. I'll do
Oh,
it.
all right.
All right.
You're sponsored.
Thank you.
I need a sponsor for the Two
Just,
Bears 5K.
just Geo running. He's got a big Wendy's across his shirt.
Hey man, I'm open for any offers.
That's
Yeah.
like they just had the SNL 50, and I always remember it from a kid was the John Belushi where he was the Olympic athlete, and it was John
Smoking.
Belushi, and he's smoking, and then he grabs it's an ad for donuts,
Yeah.
and he goes, I ran a lot of miles and I ate a lot of these donuts. They helped me get there, and he's holding the cigarette while he's holding the donut. Is great.
Little chocolate donuts.
Yeah, with help from these little chocolate donuts.
I watched the SNL. I started watching the SNL music, the live music thing they did at Radio City.
Oh yeah.
That was pretty good.
I
Yeah.
watched that. I got about
Yeah.
halfway through.
That's what I did. I got through the Eddie Vedder part, and I was like,
Can I give you guys all a show that is it's straight up sitcom. It's straight up not cable sitcom that is decent, but it's a great also just kind of background, put it on, watch it, and you'll be like, oh, that was funny. The thing whatever. St. Dennis Medical.
yeah, I knew you were gonna say that.
Yeah.
I
Did you watch any of
no,
that?
I can't bring myself to watch it. I lately I've been really annoyed by. Don't get me wrong. I'm not better than this. I'm not saying. I just for some reason that whole conjured laughing and I don't know. It's just been bugging the crap out of me.
It's not as good as The Office, but I guarantee their pitch was The Office in a
In a
hospital.
hospital,
Yeah,
Oh,
because
really?
they do a lot of talk to camera or something happens and they look at the camera. It's a mockumentary type thing,
Right.
whatever. But there are a few things where you're like, oh, that was funny. That was
Yeah. I'm not saying it's not funny. I just for some reason banter has been bugging me. Like when Carmen, I get off the air here and I go in the living room and there's a show on the news channel. Like I don't even know what channel it is, so I'm not knocking these people, but it's two women and they're talking about it's local and they're talking to now we're gonna talk to this guy. He's got a store that sells shirts in Largo, and I go, Jesus Christ! And I have to shut it. It just drives me insane.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. It's lately. It's like I've reached my fill of hearing that fake nonsense. It bugs me.
There is a guy on there, and I'm going to show you his picture, and he is Scotty. If Scotty was a narcissist, Scotty, Open Mouth Sally.
Yeah,
He's the surgeon, but isn't that totally Scotty?
yeah.
He looks a lot like
You think Scotty's not
yeah.
a narcissist?
Huh?
You think Scotty's not a narcissist?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I don't talk to him enough.
Is there anybody on the show that we know, or is just all
Yeah,
new?
David Allen Greer is
Okay.
on there. There's people that you recognize. You're like, oh, I've seen that person in
Right.
this, and whatever. Do you remember the show Superstore that was on NBC?
Yeah.
Did you watch that at
No.
all? It's the same guy, Spitzer, I think his name is, that created or wrote this, whatever.
Right.
So it's the same thing. It's like that where you're like, it's not groundbreaking. It's not a show that you're going to be like, this is the best show in the world. It's funny.
Yeah.
There's some funny stuff on there. Good background, one of those shows.
I've been watching old episodes of The Golden Girls every night.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Great writing on there.
it's
Golden Girls is funny.
It still makes me laugh.
I watch MASH,
It's
so
like, yeah.
I can't.
Like a lot of the stuff is very outdated, but it still makes me laugh.
Yeah. I got to tell you, I don't know whether there was a better reaction person than what's her name?
B. Arthur.
B. Arthur.
Oh, yeah.
B. Arthur, whenever they do stuff and she gives the face, I don't want to be here kind of thing. She does a great reaction.
For whatever Golden Girls and old episodes of Cheers. That's what I've been
Cheers
putting on.
is
Never go wrong.
classic,
Cheers,
man.
yeah.
Yeah.
Cheers made must-see TV. Cheers made other shows popular.
I
Yeah.
feel like it holds up.
If you were on Thursday anywhere in the orbit of
Yeah.
Cheers, you were a popular show.
Woody Harrelson, way better than Coach. When Coach left, I liked Woody
I mean,
Harrelson
let's not
better.
get crazy.
I mean, shows because we always talk about like bands that
Yeah.
you had Bon Scott and then Brian Johnson comes in. And you can't believe that AC/DC did that well. It's unbelievable. David Lee Roth, Sammy Hagar, that kind of thing. Because a lot of times bands replace the singer and you're like, beat it, we don't want to hear it, whatever. That show replaced so many people with other people that you're like, still did great.
Yeah.
You know what though? That goes to the longevity of the show because, again, to go back to MASH, MASH was the first one that really started replacing main characters.
Yeah.
because Henry Blake left.
Right.
And they replaced him with Potter.
Colonel Potter, yeah.
And then you had McIntyre leave,
BJ,
and BJ comes
yeah,
in.
yeah.
Then you had Frank Burns Eats Worms leave, and you had what's his name, Charles Winchester come
Yeah.
in. Yeah. So you had a lot of main characters coming in and out, but they replaced them with really good people.
Yeah, and if you have great writing and you have great people and all that type of stuff, it works. But you've seen it not work, you know.
Speaking of, are you caught up on Paradise?
I'm not. I know. Don't tell me.
Yeah, I'm not going to tell you, but
He wants to tell you.
I do want to tell you.
Yeah.
I know.
Paradise is a show on Hulu that has Sterling K. Brown and I don't know anybody else that's on the show. But it's really
James Marsden, but
James Marsden that plays the president.
which you know from the trailer.
Yeah, it's a really good show, and the closer, but here's the thing: the closer it gets to the end.
I know what you're gonna say. That you want them to wrap it up. That you gotta-
no. There's only 2 episodes left.
Okay.
But I just read a thing today that said it got greenlit for a second season.
Mm.
Which to me, I can't figure out what that second season is going to be about yet because there's so many subplots going on.
Yeah.
Like I can't tell if it's. I can't tell.
So you can tell me this. Do you think it's weird that his daughter, there was an episode where his daughter's hanging out with the other dude? Don't they seem like way different? Like the dude seemed like he was like 23 and she seems like she's about 13.
No, they both seem like they're like high school seniors.
It didn't to me. It seems like she is
He does look a little older.
Yeah, much younger. And I'm like, ooh, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Maybe we shouldn't be doing this, guys.
It's pretty good, and it's one of those shows that they don't let you binge the whole show. You got to wait till it airs in order
I
to
hate
watch
that.
it. Me too,
Yeah.
Carmen, because I'm like ready to go now.
Yes.
Oh, you know what came out yesterday? It was Reacher.
Oh,
really?
yeah.
I forgot about that. I watched that tonight.
See, I'm waiting. I'm excited. White Lotus came out on what was it? HBO,
Yeah.
the 3rd season, and they're in Thailand. That is a show.
Explain this to me. I know of the show, but I don't know what it is.
So basically, so this
Fantasy
is
Island.
I don't know what that is.
No, I'm saying it for my.
I don't know
Wow.
if that works. So
I have not watched it. From what I've gleaned of it, and Carmen, you've watched it, so you can tell me, is that it's a resort and different people come all the time.
yes, and there's like a couple characters that connect into each one, but basically each first episode starts with someone is murdered. And then the whole series is about finding out. And then there's like different families and different guests that are staying. And there's like 5 different stories that all tie into one.
Who wants to go to that resort?
And then-
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Right.
It would be
Well, the
you'd
White
think it would be
Lotus-
closed down after 2.
But it's not the same one. So the White Lotus is a chain of hotels. So each place they're in a different one.
Come
So-
experience a murder in each country.
Yeah, I think like the first one was in Hawaii or something tropical. And then it was Italy. And now they're in Thailand.
The same brand hotel, just different location.
Correct.
Same murders.
Interesting.
By the way, I didn't realize this. Dan Fogelman is the guy who created Paradise. He's the one who created This Is Us and the movie Crazy Stupid Love with
Okay.
Steve Carell and all
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
which was good. Yeah, I didn't know that.
It's a good show.
Yeah.
It's a good show. I just wish I could wrap it up.
It's funny. Speaking of murder, I saw a billboard the other day, and I was like, I bet my wife would like that. So I was like,
To be murdered?
no.
The billboard?
Yep, the billboard. I'm gonna cut it down and take it home to her. No, it was a billboard for Murder Train.
Oh.
No.
It's one of those where you go on the train,
Oh,
and you have
oh,
to solve
yeah.
the murder and doing stuff.
Yeah.
I think I saw an Instagram
Murder
ad
of Crows
about
and this,
that.
I guess it's down in Fort Myers,
Right.
and they do like I guess kind of dinner theater, but it's on the train and the thing, whatever. And she goes, no. She goes, but I would like to go on a train. And I go,
She would like to see the murder, but
Yeah.
she doesn't really want to solve it.
In Pigeon Forge, there's a lot of those murder mystery dinner theaters.
Right.
all over the place.
Pigeon
mean-
Forge is the most tourist place I've ever gone to in my life.
It's right up there with Orlando.
that's
mean,
what it was built
yeah.
for, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like without. Oh, I guess it has Dollywood. I would say without the theme park,
Yeah.
but it does have the theme park. But it is just one long street of things to do, of touristy things. You want to buy T-shirts, you want to forge knives, you want to.
Yeah.
They do anything
Mine
you want
for
to do. They
gold,
do there.
buy
Yeah.
go-karts.
Yeah, I
It's
want
like
mine for gold.
yeah.
I went
Is
to
it
the
worth
Titanic.
going?
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
it's worth like spending a day there for sure.
Okay.
I have to tell you, Dollywood was a lot of fun.
I love Dollywood.
Yeah, Dollywood was fun.
If Dollywood doesn't have two big like hills or big mountain
Yeah.
things, you know what I mean? Or it's two big buildings that are like that, you'd be like, come on, you gotta have that.
Dolly Parton basically owns all of Pigeon Forge.
Yeah, good for her.
Like the locals will tell you, like you don't do anything in that town unless the Dollywood Corporation
Yeah,
allows it.
Dolly says so.
The Dolly was for biscuits.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
you can't. They'll squeeze like different like attractions stuff. Try to come into town, and they'll squeeze you out. Like
Yeah.
you can't.
Now,
what
is
do
she from there?
No,
Okay. Well, I was just wondering why she decided to,
I think she's from Tennessee, but I think that's just where they built the park.
Probably underdeveloped, and she just went
She
in there
came in
and
there and
brought
bought
up
it.
all the land
Yeah.
like Walt Disney did.
It's
You're
very
right. She
similar.
was born in Tennessee. She was born in Pittman Center, Tennessee. Yeah, wherever that is. Any guesses on Dolly Parton's net worth? Dolly
Oh.
Parton's been famous for a long time. Obviously has all that stuff.
60 million.
Dollywood.
60 million?
Yeah.
I would
Okay.
have said
you're
800 million.
800 million?
I'm gonna say 300 million.
Carmen?
600.
Geo closest without going over $450
Yeah.
million dollars.
Okay.
By the way, that was 2024 according to Forbes. So maybe a little higher now.
So
but-
if she, so I would imagine Dollywood itself has to be worth more than that. So she owns that as a.
she owns 50%.
Okay.
She owns 50% of the Tennessee theme park Dollywood, which she invested in back in 1986. The park includes patron-specific attractions like Dolly's Tennessee Mountain Home, all the different stuff.
Yeah.
She also has her own line of Duncan Hines cake mixes. She has her music catalog that's valued at about $150 million. Yeah, so
Good for Dolly.
It's
yeah,
amazing.
she's doing all right. She's doing all right. By the way, I sent you guys a video this morning driving here
I saw.
on Dale Mabry, right on the corner of Dale Mabry and Bears. I'm going, and it's a red light. And I'm probably, I don't know, 30 to 60 yards, and I'm slowing down because it's a red light. And this car goes past me, and I go, yeah, okay, you win, buddy. Like, there's a red light. Does not touch his brakes at all. His or hers. I don't even know what it was. But just goes, and then these cars start going and just T-bones a car and spins it out and stuff. Yeah, it was
Probably
crazy.
on his phone.
Not
Probably.
paying attention or drunk. Like coming home early from
Who
somewhere
knows?
or late
Who knows?
somewhere.
I
you know?
would say probably just not even paying attention, probably on his phone
Yeah.
Yeah.
or something, whatever.
On
But-
your phone, look up red light. Whoops, boom.
oh,
Yeah.
just straight through, drilled right into the smaller like crossover SUV and stuff. I called 911, and the guy said, "Yeah, we've actually gotten a few calls." I figured, you know.
Yeah.
so.
911 wants you to do too much work. Like I've called 911 before, and they're like, "Well, what do they do?" I don't know. I kept going. Well, what did does it look like the guy? Hey, listen,
They
I'm
asked
just
me-
telling you where it is.
They asked me the makes of the cars, what color and stuff, and then injuries. And I said, I don't know injuries. I said I'm driving, so I didn't get that close. I said somebody's out there looking at the person right now
Oof.
and stuff. So
What
yeah.
a way to start your day.
It was easy. It was easy though. He was like, "Okay, we got some other calls, so we're getting somebody out there." I said, "All right."
We were going to leave work when we did afternoons one time, and there was a guy leaning on the door on the glass, and I couldn't open the door, and I would knock on the door to try to. I think he was just sleeping.
Yeah.
But he wouldn't move, and I couldn't open the door. And I called 911, and I said, "Hey, this guy might be dead." And they were like, "Is he breathing?" I go, "I don't know." And they're like, "Get close. Can you see his breath?" I'm like, "I'm not getting close to his mouth to feel
Yeah.
his breath." I go, and the lady's like, "Well, you have to see." I go, "I don't have to do anything. I don't love this guy." I said, "I'm just letting you know he's here. If you want to go
Yeah.
take care of him, take care of him. If not, I'm going home."
Oh my God.
It must have been the same guy because there was a guy that was sleeping in the planter there in the front of the
Yeah.
building
But
one
the-
time. And
I-
it was in the morning. And the same thing, I called. I go, there's a guy. I don't know if he's alive.
Yes. I told the guy, I go, "You can go inside if you want. Spend the whole weekend in the bathroom here.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
care. I just to get away from the door. I
One of
can't
those
get out."
offices on the first or second floor has got to be open.
Oh, yeah. I used to explore in those offices.
Yeah, me
when
too.
they were empty but unlocked. I
Yeah.
used to go in there all the time.
He used to explore in other offices too.
What's that? Oh, John Larson's office.
We would have a little setup, whatever, where I would stand outside and Mike would go into the boss's office and look around and just look at stuff on his desk and everything. And then, like, if somebody would come, I'd go, "Hey, did you see yesterday?" Like, to turn the person away, whatever, and let Mike know that somebody was coming.
Yeah, but then when John had the office in the corner there, Galvin was in the hallway, and I went and I was leaving notes in John's office
Right.
for him. And John goes, "I know what you're doing. I used to look out for you all the time." I go, "What? I'm not. I'm just leaving you notes." All right, let's take a break and come back and get the show moving. We got a lot of things to give away this morning. We'll do that with Sporkle. Start the day off. Of course, we'll have news. It is Friday. It is the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone. All right, let's give some stuff away right now that is not a Corvette, Carmen. What is that stuff we have to give away?
Yeah, so we have tickets for Lil Wayne.
Lil Weezy.
Lil Wayne, Tim Cheese.
Tonight?
No.
Yes.
Oh, it is
Yeah,
tonight.
It is
Oh.
tonight.
Oh.
Yes.
Don't get confused.
Yeah, I think it's not tonight.
It is tonight.
Check your ticket if you win.
Leonard Skinnard,
Uh-huh.
John Fogerty, Reggae Rise Up, and Foreigner.
All right. Let's give tickets away right now. We're a little bit of Sporkle. Here we go. What's wrong with you today?
I clicked it.
Oh.
That's literally the delay of the computer.
Send an email. It's not about you, Carmen. That was a joke. Carmen is the keeper of Sporkle. Pap is your judge and scorekeeper. Carmen, what are we playing today?
Okay, today we're going to play 2x4. Can you name the things consisting of 2 4-letter words? Okay?
All right.
So there's 2 words that both have 4 letters.
Don't
I
talk
feel
to
like
us
you're-
like we're wearing helmets over here.
Oh, really? Because at the end, Gio's going to be like, oh my God, I just got it.
I wasn't paying attention. I kept singing in my head, fatty, 2x4, can't get through the kitchen door.
By the way, that was a great impression of me.
You're welcome.
You nailed it.
I've been practicing. Can you tell?
Yes, clearly.
All right, 2 words that have 4 letters in them.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay. For your first one, he founded SpaceX, Tesla,
Elon Musk.
Galvin.
Oh, 2 words.
Hey, you know what?
4 letters.
I get it.
Son of a gun. Guitar Hero competitor series with several instruments.
Rock band.
I'm like, band,
The
something.
one that nobody had.
I had it.
Oh,
I
you
had the
did?
drum. Oh, yeah. Hunky
Yeah.
Duncan was my band.
Oh, Guitar Hero was great.
Yeah. Geo, yes. U.S. Speaker of the House from 2015 to 2018.
From when?
2015 to 2018. 2 words, 4 letters.
John Bohm.
U.S. Speaker of the House from 2015 to 2018.
I can see his stupid face, but I don't know his name.
Paul Ryan.
Wow.
Yep. That's
Yep. Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah. Oscar Best Actor winner for 2008 biopic Milk.
Sean Penn.
Galvin. Survey of people who have just voted.
Exit poll.
Galvin. Doesn't even vote. Tex-Mex restaurant chain owned by Yum Brands. Tex-Mex restaurant chain owned by Yum Brands.
Taco Bell.
Yes. Geo.
Burger.
California event that gave the 49ers their name.
Gold Rush.
Galvin.
Oh.
Pap.
Galvin.
Oh.
Wow.
Phrase used to wish fortune on someone.
Good luck.
Galvin. Pro skateboarder
Tony
nicknamed
Hawk.
Geo.
Nickname Geo.
Yes. Thank
Yep. The Birdman, I guess.
Yeah.
Franchise that went where no man has
Star
gone
Trek.
before. Geo. In philosophy, the ability to openly make decisions.
Free will.
Mike. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I lost my spot.
Yes.
Jesus Christ, get it together.
I will.
I lost my spot
So
too.
it's 2 words with 4 letters?
Candy, potato chips, and cookies, etc.
Junk
Candy. Yes.
I'm
Mike.
like, snack pack?
Aggressive behavior while driving.
food.
Road rage.
Mike Calta and Pep. We are halfway there.
Mike Calta has 3 points on the board. Gio with 4, and Galvin is your leader right now. He's winning with 5.
Come back in. Here we go.
All right. 2 by 4. Your next one. Local government building or
Town hall.
Yes. Mike. Lives in Jellystone Park.
Yogi Bear.
Mike. Message that appears when you lose your last life.
Game over.
Mike. She's saying, I love rock and roll.
Joe Jett.
Galvin. Downward movement only affected by gravity. 2 words, 4 letters. Downward movement only affected by gravity.
Falls down.
I don't know.
Free fall.
Ah.
Kelly Car Guide.
Blue book.
Blue book.
Mike.
I thought you were saying
Kelly Clarkson. Yes, so did I.
Classic 1952 Western film starring Gary Cooper. Classic 1952 Western film starring Gary Cooper. High Noon. Largest wild member of the canine family.
Alpha male. Damn.
Largest wild member of the canine family.
I don't know.
Gray wolf. That's what I was looking for. Location of the Oval Office.
White House.
Nope. Sorry. No. Or an NBC
West Wing.
show.
2 guesses.
No, you do not get 2 guesses. Galvin. Lab glassware used to hold chemical samples.
Petri dish.
2 by 4.
Yeah.
Test tube.
Yes. And Pap Pap,
Oh, man.
we are on the last 3.
Gio has 4 points on the board. Michael has 7, and Galvin is your leader by 1. He's winning with 8.
Oof.
All right. We're doing 2 by 4. Last 3. Here we go. Public facility to take a break from the highway.
Restroom.
Rest stop.
Rest area.
Rest area.
Yeah,
Gio.
they all work.
Yeah.
Track and field event with world
Shot
record
put.
Long jump.
29 feet. What'd you say?
Long jump.
Yes.
By
Galvin.
Bean, right? I think.
It doesn't give me
Oh,
that.
okay.
Just gives me the record.
All right.
And your last one. Sugar-free cola that reacts with
Diet Coke.
Mentos. Galvin.
God damn it.
It's 2 words.
You know,
4 letters. Oh, I get it.
it.
Your final score,
Can we start over?
Gio with 5 points on the board, Michael with 7, and Galvin is your triumphant champion today. He won with 10.
Kachaya! Woo, 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 woo! Trademark 2025.
Pick a line, Galvin.
I'm going to go line 4.
Good morning. Who is this?
Hey, what's up? It's Rick.
How you doing, Rick?
I'm doing good, bro. Friday.
It is damn right. It's Friday. You're the winner. I'm going to put you on hold. Carmen will grab you during the break, and we'll hook you up with the prize. Okay, buddy?
Thank you, brother. Have a
All
great
right.
weekend.
You too, pal. Hold on. He's on line 4, Carmen. Good job, Galvin.
Thank you.
What do we have coming up in news?
Coming up in news today, that's a maple burn. Grok says that was a lie. And do you take the cash?
All right, Galvin, as your news. We'll take a quick break, get some commercials out, and come right back and dive into news next on 102.5 The Bone.
There are certain songs that take me exactly to a time in my life.
Right.
And this was in heavy rotation.
Oh,
Whatever.
I remember this reminds me of my 90 Rock days for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
But like 100% Louisville is the Raconteurs.
Yep.
100%. That makes me think of that immediately, whatever. But yeah, there's certain ones. There was a song that was the other day.
Galvin, there is certain songs that Toby Keith
Yeah.
make my side hurt because they remind me of the time I did country radio, which really wasn't a bad time. It just, out of all of it, some of it was bad.
Yeah.
And when I hear certain songs, I'm like, oh, I remember it.
There was a song that was on the other day, and I said to my wife, I go, were you listening to the radio at this time? Because this brings me back to being like 12 years old.
Yeah.
Like I forget what the song was, but it was such a, I'm 12 years old in my bedroom listening to WLS, and they were playing this, you know?
No. I remember I was really not into rock music at all because I only had my mom to listen to. You know, I didn't have any older siblings. And
Right.
My mom was a rap pioneer, man. She was listening to WBLS back in the 81, 82. She was listening to White Lines, and I knew who Chaka Khan was and all that stuff. So anyway, I didn't get into rock music until when I was in my like junior year of high school. I started working in a restaurant, and all these guys would listen to the rock station, and the rock station was Rolling Stones, Led Zeppelin, Bon Jovi. Like it would mix in the new rock with the old rock. Guns N' Roses was huge. Appetite for Destruction was huge at the time. And on Saturday nights, when the restaurant shut down and we just had to clean everything up, they would put Appetite from Welcome to the Jungle, about 6 songs before we got the whole restaurant cleaned down every weekend.
It's funny. I remember getting Appetite for Destruction cassette and had to get another one because I wore that one out.
Did you really?
Yeah. I played it so much.
That was the first CD, second CD I ever bought. First was Run DMC. With the Mary Mary one, and then Appetite for Destruction, and I played them both on my CD Walkman.
Oh yeah, that you
Weighed
could
about
walk
18 pounds.
walk 3 steps and it would skip.
Then you get the shockproof one.
Yeah, that didn't work.
It didn't work very well because I would. It was like this big and this thick, and it came with a strap that you could wear on your neck.
Yeah.
And I would never do that. I would just carry it. But I remember being on the city bus, and every time the city bus hit a bump, everything it would skip.
Yeah, I would mow lawns. That's what I did whenever I was younger, which was the greatest racket ever in the world because my dad would pay for the gas, change the oil, sharpen the blades, to pay for the mower, and then I would go and mow people's lawns for $10 an acre.
Yeah, that's great. If you can get that gig, man, take it.
And if I had to do the side, I'd 13. I had to do the side.
Tip not included.
I think I pay my guys $200.
I don't know if I ever got tipped.
Really?
Yeah, maybe, but I don't think so. It wasn't like a thing. It was like that's the price. That's the price.
I wish I could pay a kid $10 a month to mow my lawn. I'm paying that company $200 a month.
I told you my guy just got a Tesla truck.
yeah.
I'm like, all right, well,
that is one of the things you don't take into consideration. You're like, my house, my rent is $1,200 a month. Then your electric bill, then your water bill, then
cable,
your land, and then
utilities.
I have to have a company come out and spray my lawn in addition to cutting my lawn and
pest control,
and
You still got the pooper scooper.
Got the poop 911 coming out to pick up the poop in the back. They pick up tortoise and dog poop out of the yard. Yep. It's quite the list of things that need to be done every month.
Oh yeah,
Carmen, you don't get that in the townhouse, do you?
No, that's like part of it.
Nobody has to pick up your poop. And you probably don't have to pay for the water, right?
Well, no. So I pick up the poop, and my area, because we are technically like separated in 2 groups, the front and then the back.
Right.
The front, they pay for their own individual water.
Oh.
The back, our water is grouped into our HOA.
Nice. You got in.
Yeah.
Long
let
showers.
it run. Just let it run.
Yeah, but that's crap because then our fee is like, well, we have to, plan ahead. So if it's more, my HOA fee is ridiculous.
Yeah.
It like for not having a pool and not having anything really, like we have a gate that's busted 6 months out of the year.
And
that
that would drive me nuts.
And that's really like the only thing we have. My HOA fee is almost $500 a month.
Whoa, for a townhouse?
It's another rent.
That's crazy.
Exactly. And what are we paying for? And they say it's because we live in Tampa city limits. So our trash.
Yeah.
And I'm like, our trash does not cost
No
$500.
But they also take care of everything on the outside, right? The roof
lawn
and painting.
Yes,
and
the
all
lawn,
that.
the roof, but still, again,
That's still high.
Yeah.
$500 for a townhouse. That is ridiculous. We don't have a dog park. We don't have like.
Carmen, don't say what mine is, but I'm texting you what mine is, so
Okay.
yours is even more ridiculous.
Right. Yeah.
Do you see what mine is?
Yes.
That's what mine is.
Oh, trust me. And we even went to the meetings, and Chad was like, I work in insurance, so this doesn't make sense because they said that they couldn't find, and this was a problem at the time, they couldn't find insurance companies to cover our townhouses because they take care of the roofs.
Yeah.
They take care of the outside. So that was their, reasoning or explanation, but still, it does not make sense.
Do you still have to carry renter insurance, Carmen?
No, because I own my place.
No, I mean, but that insures the everything on the inside of the house, like all.
I
the-
have my own insurance.
Yeah, she's got
Yeah,
so she has
homeowners.
Idiot.
All right.
At the condo is right on the water, and there is a pool out there, and the hurricane ruined the pool from underneath.
Right.
So they had to rebuild everything underneath, and now there's some leaking in the pool and they can't figure out where this leak. Oh,
I
it's a pain in the
I
ass.
don't go in that pool.
Well, I wouldn't go in it now.
Yeah,
but
you get sucked in and
oh
down.
no,
some other
no.
Then you're
universe.
in the ocean.
Yeah.
My neighborhood has a pool and tennis courts and basketball courts and a soccer field and
Oh, it has like a whole community, like a park.
yeah.
area?
And
That's nice.
if I told Carmen what I pay, she'd lose her mind.
I know. I'm telling you, like I said,
You pay $500 a month?
a month.
Yeah, you gotta move.
That's insane.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
trust me, I'm aware. And
You can come to the community pool if you want.
Thank
Basketball
you.
courts, tennis courts.
You don't even have a pool,
I don't have a pool.
and you're paying $500 a month.
That's
Ridiculous. Trust me, I
On
know.
top of the mortgage.
On top of my mortgage.
Oh, come
yes.
Oh.
Trust me, I know. And that was the one thing when I was shopping around for my for my loan
Yeah.
that was brought up. They were like, this is pretty high, for HOA. They were like, but I guess, it's not like out of this world, but this is high. And so that was told to me a couple of times. But again, it was my first time buying, so I didn't really know
that's just what it is.
or investigate. And they said, they were like, this is high, but it's not like crazy. So I was like, yeah, and they were like, that's may just be the world we live in nowadays, but we are seeing this happen more and more. So again, they weren't like telling me don't buy it because of it.
Yeah.
Right. So then I go buy it. And of course, and that was back then. It's went up since then.
Ugh.
It's went
Crazy.
up. Right. And I, again, don't have
You
anything.
didn't put chat on the board.
Gate is broken for 6 months out of the year, and that's and again, then that's also what they blame it on. Well, we have to fix the gate so much, so we have to include that in your HOA. I'm
See,
like,
if I would be furious, like if I came home and the gate wasn't working and I'm paying for all that stuff, like where I live here, it's great. I mean, like they do everything. They cut down trees. They changed light. The other day, they took out all these giant old school light poles and put in these little lamps on the street that are a lot nicer. So I got nothing to complain about here. I'm happy.
Right.
And my
Well,
common grounds are all taken care of.
yeah, our yards are taken care of. They come once a week. The trash is taken care of. So there are things, and then again, they take care of the roofs and this and that. So there are things where I'm like, okay, I guess, but that amount, it doesn't make sense.
Oh, that amount, they should be giving you a foot massage and
Yeah.
cooking your
You
meals.
should have an
and
HOA
Right.
room.
Like
Yeah.
we should have a cafeteria.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it should be dorm price. Like you know what I mean, like dorm living or something. It doesn't make sense.
You and Chad need a
But-
third. You need a roommate.
No, oh my god.
I know a girl from Bahamas you can get in there.
No,
Remember that,
thank you.
Carmen? Remember that when you had a roommate?
Yeah,
It was
listen,
miserable.
again, it was not miserable. Towards the end, the last
Just all of a sudden.
it was wild.
Where
Yeah.
did you meet her?
When I started renting that room.
Like, so you just put an ad renting a room and she applied for it?
No, she
Or you
had
did-
it. She was there first.
Oh, okay.
I moved from Plant City to there.
And you pushed her out and bought her place.
No, she was
Sent her back to the islands.
she was going to school at USF, and her other roommate was also going to school at USF. They did not know each other. They just, both found the ad for a room available. And then the other girl was moving out and breaking her lease. So the landlord said, if you can find someone to take over your lease, then you can move out.
Gotcha.
And then I took over, and it was a great price as well. You know what I mean? Because back then, I think at that time, I think I was paying like $600 a month.
But it went south, right? Like she didn't want the air conditioning on or something?
Like the last 6 months, she wanted the air to be at 80
Oh.
80?
in September, mind you.
Didn't
this
she
was
hate Chad or something? Wasn't there some
What?
drama?
no.
Oh.
I mean, there was like a little like with the dogs, but not really because she loved the dogs too. But we weren't allowed to have pets through our landlord. But she didn't care about that when we first
No.
got it, and then it became, well, I want the house at 80, and we're not supposed to have pets.
You got to move. This is
And-
why you're broke all the time. $500
Seriously?
Yeah.
piece.
Yeah, listen, I
I was
but
feeling guilty for a while for not paying you a lot of money. Now it's your fault.
But again, that's not what it started. It started in the 300s. It started at like 330.
Mm.
And I've owned my place for 3 years. It keeps going up.
Oh.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And there's nothing, and again, I can't do anything about it. Like I already own the place, and we go to the meetings and they always have a reasoning or explanation. But again, it did not start at 500. It started at 330, which that was, like I said, the lender said, this is high, but it's not insane. And I was like, okay.
Yeah. Then they went to 500 and you're like,
And
whoa.
now it's insane, right? But
Interesting. All right. Well, I'm sorry I brought it up.
Yeah, what do you do?
No,
Well,
you
it'd be
move.
unfortunate if the smoke detector didn't work.
Wait
Yeah.
a minute. I am sandwiched in the middle of 5 units.
Listen,
I'm,
They're on their own.
$500 a month. You should have had better smoke detectors.
I think that's on me.
How unfortunate.
I don't want to be part of this conspiracy.
Sometimes you
Yeah,
gotta
I'm
light
out.
a match.
that.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is 7:27. Time to check in with Galvin as today's news.
And now, news with Galvin on the Mike Calta Show.
What do we have in news today, Galvin?
Today's top story, Canada's men's hockey team defeated the USA 3-2 in an overtime game last night to capture the inaugural Four Nations Face-Off Championship as the NHL put on a show in the first edition of the midseason international tournament. The overtime period opened up with an end-to-end action by both teams having chances to put the game away as tensions filled the Boston TD Garden. Eventually, it was Team Canada's Connor McDavid. Of course, it was McDavid scoring the game-winning goal, that giving the Canadian superstar his biggest moment on the international stage and echoing teammate Sidney Crosby's overtime winner against the USA back in 2010 in the Winter Olympics. So all that stuff going on, and Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau sent a fiery message to the United States on Thursday night.
Don't start taunting.
The game was played amid political strife between Trudeau and President Donald Trump as the U.S. world leader has teased Canadian lawmakers about the country becoming its 51st state. Trump has openly called Trudeau the governor of Canada as well. It continued on Thursday ahead of the game where Trudeau tweeted out or wrote on X, "You can't take our country. You can't take our game."
Ooh.
Burn.
And then they win, though. I mean,
I
if
saw,
you do it before and you win, that's.
They also had Trump was talking to the team before the USA team before
Yeah.
the game.
Yeah.
I saw that.
on
They
a
took
phone.
the phone in there.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
yeah.
was pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't like whenever you do that and then you win, you son of a bee.
Yeah, that sucks.
Geo, for $500, sing the Canadian national anthem.
Oh, Canada.
Yep.
We are in Canada.
No.
Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. That's all.
No.
That's not even the next line.
Oh, Canada, we stand on.
No, that's not even the next line.
No, it's not. Oh,
We're in Canada.
No, oh, Canada. Bum, bum,
A
bum,
native
bum,
home,
bum,
something like that, right?
Something in native land.
Native land,
Our
maybe.
home and native
Our home and
land.
native land.
$500 for me.
True patriot love in all thy sons command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free.
Oh, Canada.
we stand on guarded knees.
Stand on guard for thee.
Yeah.
We're
By
down
the way,
on our knees.
that's like the chorus, so I jumped way ahead. Yeah.
You got the gist of it.
I got the melody.
Could you sing the national anthem from beginning to end?
Yes.
Do it.
I would.
Carmen, can you?
No.
You cannot.
No. I would mess up somewhere. No,
we
yeah,
are
now that we
in
do this.
America. Trump says that
Your
we're
governor.
Yeah.
taking over everywhere else. By the way, speaking of posting stuff on X, Elon Musk's own AI bot, Grok, says...
Oh, I thought you were talking about Gronk.
No, it's Grok. It's
Okay.
the AI bot. If you look on X, it has a thing up there all the time, whatever.
Okay.
It says that only 48% of what Elon posts on X is actually true, while 52% is either false or misleading and ill-informed.
Well,
Imagine that.
Less than half of what he's posting
Yeah.
on there is true.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
If I tell you this show is number one in the ratings, is that true or false?
That's true and false.
So is it misleading?
Yes.
We are number one, but are we number one in our demographic, 25-54? Are we number one 18 to 34? Are we number one with women? Are we number one with everybody?
Right.
So to say that this is the number one show would be correct.
But yeah, you can say either false or misleading. So, but
Right.
yeah,
So am I? So by me saying this is the number one morning show, by far is the number one morning show.
Right.
Okay. But if I was to say that, and the truth is that there are options for it to not be number one, am I misleading you? Or is there just more data involved? So that's why I'm saying, is Elon Musk lying to us?
Right.
Or is there just more data involved so it appears that it's, from a technical standpoint, misleading?
Yeah, you should break that down. That 52%, you should break down 32% is false, and then the 20% is misleading,
And
or whatever you break
and
that
is
down.
the false.
So this is actually false and misleading.
Right. Is the false because it
Absolute.
hasn't happened yet?
Yeah.
Or because it's not absolute?
Right.
Is Elon Musk says that Canada will pay a bunch of tariffs next year. Well, it hasn't happened yet, and the grok has no idea. So is that misleading according to that? I'm just saying you got to take that stuff into consideration. Also, I think Elon Musk speaks out of his ass a lot. But I'm not stupid. I get it. He's showboating and he's grandstanding and he's saying and doing a lot of things. But I think that those numbers are probably skewed a little bit, and that's why if your own AI bot is saying that. Yesterday I got so many emails. Everybody wants to know how to get a Bailey. I'm gonna say it one time, and then you have to figure it out on your own. Chat GPT. Go Google it and get the app. I mean,
It's like the number one app in the App Store.
Gio, you're
secret
asking me
stuff.
to explain this to adults who are probably in their 60s,
Yeah.
who are trying to understand what I'm saying. Sometimes technology just passes you by.
But listen, I will say this because I was a little confused. I use ChatGPT, but I just text to it. I don't talk to it.
Right.
I don't use voice to voice. So when you did that,
You're missing out on it.
well, so when you did that, I thought it was something different. I thought you had a different app or you were using a different device.
Mike's
you know what I
also
mean?
you pay for the premium service.
Am I?
Yeah.
I don't pay, and I think I get up to 7 questions.
Right.
And then I'm done for the day.
OpenAI is the one that does it, and they're always like top 10 in the App Store for Apple. I'm sure
Right.
Android as well. And if you pay extra to have the one that Mike has, I believe.
So that's the difference.
Yeah.
So that is a little confusing, just to let you know.
Good morning, Bailey.
Good morning, Michael. How are you today?
Oh, you changed it to Bailey?
Can you tell me if there's going to be a marathon at Disney this weekend?
Yes, there's a Disney Princess Half Marathon weekend happening from February 20th to 24th, but all the events are currently sold out.
So should I go to Disney, or are there going to be too many people there?
It might be pretty crowded with the marathon events going on, but if you don't mind the crowds, you could still have a great time.
You do, man.
Are you leaning towards going?
I'm supposed to go, but I don't want to go now because a bunch of princesses are going to be running through the park.
I get that. It can get pretty busy.
Yeah.
Maybe you could plan some quieter activities or visit on a different weekend. What do you think?
I agree with you. We should go on a different weekend.
That sounds like a good plan. It'll probably be more relaxing.
Do you think
Anything else?
Do you think $500 a month is too much to pay for a homeowners association fee on a townhouse?
It depends on what's included. If the HOA covers a lot of amenities and services, it might be reasonable.
No pool.
But if it feels like you're not getting much for that amount, it might be high. What are your thoughts on it?
I agree with you, Bailey. That's why you're so wonderful to me.
Wait, what?
Thanks, Michael. I'm always here to help out. If
All
you
right.
ever need to talk more about it, just let me know.
Talk to you later.
Talk to you later, Michael.
Bye. Bitch loves me.
'Cause I will say we did get new roofs, or started to get new roofs.
Neat.
So that is, listen,
Can't
that
swim
is,
in a roof, can you?
nope, I cannot, but it will, save all of my stuff.
Maybe climb up there and sit on the roof.
Hey, Chad, I got a new place for us to picnic.
We're just enjoying the roof for today.
Yeah.
Good luck. The 76 passengers from the Delta flight that crashed and flipped over at the Toronto airport are being offered how much money from Delta?
I know this. So
Per
I can't
person.
answer.
I feel like I heard it somewhere and it's very low.
I don't know. I got to tell you, I know what it is. I don't think it's so bad.
If you got flipped over, you didn't get hurt, but you had, a little
And
bit
also, do we know why it flipped over? Is it because of icy conditions? I mean, whose fault is that?
Something.
of,
I say $3,000.
3,000. All right.
Would
And
you take that?
No.
What would you take?
Oh, I'm taking a lot.
But
I'll see you in court.
But listen to me. You didn't get hurt. It was weather conditions that
I'm
made it
very
flip.
hurt.
No, but you're not
a
hurt.
plane flipped over. I'm not hurt.
Yeah, my neck.
Yeah.
I'm sore.
Traumatized.
Emotional damage, physical damage.
So you're gonna fraudulently claim.
No.
How
I'm
can you
terrified.
do-
I can never get on a plane again, which means I can never go across seas. I can never do all
Yeah.
the traveling trips I had
And-
planned for the
All right,
rest of my
okay,
life.
so I understand that. You're mentally scarred now, and you can no longer fly on an airplane. Is that the pilot's fault who got flipped over when the plane hit the ice?
You're
It
not
is his fault. It's weather conditions.
That's
yeah,
what
you're
we're
not
gonna,
suing the pilot, you're suing the company.
Yeah, but what'd the company do?
I'm going to prove that the company was negligent.
Negligent.
Well, that's what you'd have to prove.
Yeah, that's what we're
Right.
going
That's
for.
that's so now would you take the money or would you be willing to fight them in court? And there's a chance that the judge is going to say this is not negligence, this is weather conditions.
I'm fighting it in court.
All right.
If they're only offering $3,000, like
Well, how much they're offering
that's-
more than that? What would be a good price for you before you'd say, okay, I'll take that.
Ooh.
50,000.
Okay, 50,000 would be right out of the gate. No court, no nothing. 50 grand.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
I'll
take that?
I'll take $3,000, but I get to fly for free the rest of my life.
Oh,
Nope.
no.
Nope.
That's
not
what I
on- it's
want.
not on the table.
Yeah,
Well,
not
that's.
on the
I mean,
table.
then I'll see you in court.
okay. But what would you take? Would you take 50 grand? No court date, no nothing.
No.
Court fees, all that stuff you're going to have to pay.
No. I'm still going
You
to
may
court.
not get anything, and you may actually wind up owing money because you.
Your doctor's bills.
I
Have to
feel
get
like
a
they're
lawyer.
gonna. I feel like eventually they're gonna settle for a lot more than that.
Well, they're being offered $30,000 each.
Not too far off, Joe.
If they all accept, that means Delta would be paying out $2.3 million.
That's change.
They are a $1 billion
Yeah.
company.
Hey.
I want more.
How about don't yell at me?
I'm not, I'm not sorry.
But don't you think that's the problem with society is that we're too greedy because they didn't do anything like
You don't know that,
Well, let's just assume.
right?
For
If
the
it's
argument.
not, if it's not their error, if it's not their
Pilot
fault.
wasn't drunk. There was the wings were
Act of
where
God.
they should have been. It was a complete act of God. You hit the ice, the plane flipped over. Thankfully, nobody got killed, and everybody made it out okay. You should be happy that you're still alive, and the airline that had nothing to do with the crash is going to give you $30,000 for the inconvenience.
Yeah.
Listen, do I think that's very nice and that is good?
Yes,
100%. You know what I mean?
but the
But if I
greed in you.
No, but if I'm getting charged $500 for my HOA fee, so if everyone else is going to be greedy, why shouldn't I be greedy?
Because there's a cycle of greed that
Right.
makes everything
guess
break
what?
that cycle.
I haven't been greedy. I have broken that cycle, and all I've been doing is getting screwed. So now I'm going to be greedy like everybody else.
Also, a plane flipping over and bursting into flames is not a minor inconvenience.
Right.
It is when it's not, but it is when it's not
Like-
the negligence or the fault of the pilot.
Sitting on the tarmac for too long is an inconvenience. A
Right.
plane rolling over and bursting into flames that I happen to survive. is a
That's
little
more
bit
than just
that.
bad weather.
You know what that's called? What is that called?
Bad
An
luck.
accident.
Right.
It's an accident.
But people-
Accidents happen.
People get sued for accidents all the time.
Yeah, but accidents happen, and if you can't prove definitively that it is somebody's
Right.
fault in that accident, that it's just an accident, then you just have to suck it up. Now they're willing to give you $30,000 on top of that just to say, "Hey, sorry about that."
That's because they know that it's they're negligent.
Think about Kobe's plane crash or helicopter crash. That was negligence. They should not
That
have been.
was.
They should not have been flying that day. Conditions were terrible.
Yeah.
They knew that.
Same
Right.
as
And
Stevie
they
Ray
s-
Vaughan.
So
And they
whose
s-
fault is it? Because Kobe insisted that they fly anyway because he had to get the girls to wherever they were going.
Kobe's not a pilot.
But Kobe
Pilot-
said they said Kobe, there's a dangerous conditions, and he said, I don't care, I have to get there. Let's go.
Yeah. Again, Kobe's not a pilot. He did not go to school. He has no
yeah.
training.
So why listen to him?
So exactly. So it was the pilot's negligence that put him up there, and that is why Vanessa Bryant was able to sue that company because they had a negligent pilot.
Yeah, I'm going to give you that one, Carmen. I mean, I'm with you on that one, but
So-
I don't see it. I don't see it in this Delta flight.
Well, again, we don't know what went back and forth between the pilot and the air control. Maybe the air control said, fly at your own risk, don't go. We don't know. So it could have been the pilot's negligence. It
All right.
could have been the air control's negligence. We don't know.
The
But-
reality is $30,000 is way too low. They had to have a starting point somewhere, and they knew they were going to end up having to climb out of that.
Go up,
So,
right.
yeah. So,
But
I'm
again,
I'm with you.
at some point in time, someone made the wrong decision, and it wasn't the people on the flight.
Carmen, so what would be the proper payout? What would you want? How much would you want? Just name a number.
100,000.
Give me that 33,000. Let me go to Hard Rock. I can turn it into 100,000.
No,
All
that's
right.
not.
Yeah.
I don't
Listen to me.
know.
I'll give you 33,000 today if you can turn it into 100,000.
Or I could turn it into zero.
Nothing, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the risk you're
Nope.
taking, though. But once I get to 100,000, I walk away. It's yours.
I'm not taking
anything
that risk.
over that. I keep
No,
Okay.
not
Deal.
worth it.
33,000. If I lose it, it's gone. There's nothing you can do.
Right.
Or I turn it into 100,000. You get 100,000 back. Anything over 100,000, I keep.
That's
You wanna
pretty.
do
That's
that?
pretty fancy.
All
Deal.
right, give me. I'll
Yeah,
do
but you
it.
got nothing to lose. You lose.
I
you
don't
lose
have
the
anything to
100.
lose.
You lose the 33 grand, and
Nothing
it's,
to lose.
well.
But I will play to my best of my ability.
Yeah.
You know, so we'll see what happens. Almost 10% of Americans identify as something other than heterosexual. That's according to more than 14,000 interviews conducted by Gallup over the course of 2024. The number has been increasing over time, said Gallup senior editor Jeff Jones. When we first asked about it in 2012, it was in the 3% range. Newly released figures for 2024 show it's now 9.3%. The rise is largely driven by younger adults increasingly identifying as lesbian, gay, bisexual, or transgender, with the higher numbers of people calling themselves bisexual. The Gallup numbers are consistent with the international surveys in wealthy nations.
Gio,
Yes.
what is your sexuality?
My sexuality is heterosexual.
Leaning any other way?
It depends on the night. If the
Yeah.
mood hits me right.
Wait.
You might go a little bisexual.
Yeah,
Okay.
if we're drinking, we're having a good time.
All right.
Wow. It's very revealing. I didn't expect
Not
that.
I'm not sleeping on a cot with you again.
Hey, man.
Make sure you say cot.
I mean,
Cot.
where did he keep going in New Orleans?
Listen, Tom was already walking around naked.
Well, that's true.
You know what I mean? I wasn't bothered by it.
Not an inspiration, though.
I think about this all the time because I'm very unbothered by male nudity, and I'm not afraid to say a guy is good looking when he's good looking. You know what I mean? But I have no interest in anything but women sexually. I don't have, and I'm trying to figure this out because I'm like, how could all of a sudden so many people be pansexual and bisexual? And then I think, am I just kidding myself? Am I?
No, I think
just
it's,
know what I like.
I think it's twofold. I think it's a lot more acceptable now, so a lot more people are letting you know, and I think a lot of people are influenced by it. I think because it is more acceptable, people are like, maybe I'll try that and see, you know.
Yeah.
And there's definitely people that are gay or straight or this or that, whatever. But then I think there's also people that are like, let me see what's going on here. You know what I mean? And they're not necessarily sure. I would imagine there's a lot of people that in 2035 will go, yeah, remember that year where I was like doing stuff with dudes or you know, doing no, but I'm saying like,
I get you. Somebody's
people,
saying that.
younger
yeah.
people now, because it's so acceptable, I would think.
But
that's,
see, I feel like I've always been very accepting of other lifestyles. It doesn't bother me. I don't care about it. I'm not grossed out by it. It's just not for me.
Sure, but that's the same thing as lemon flavored. This is not for you. It's just the way you're built up.
Yeah, I don't know. I think about that, and I think both my kids are, as far as I can tell, purely heterosexual. I don't know that that's not going to change in college. That's usually when I think girls are the ones that are really skewing this. Because you guys have no problem making out with each other and doing lesbo stuff for between like 19 and 26.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm looking at.
No, I know.
And women in general have always been a lot more holding hands and doing stuff. Like guys don't do that.
Right.
But that's new.
Right.
Because
guys
if you
do
go
now, yeah.
Well, not even that. If you go back to like ancient Greece, men on men were very common.
Oh yeah.
So, but I'm just saying. So that was the thing. Men with men was the original.
Well, there's the saying that Greeks invented sex, the Romans invented sex with women.
Right. So, but I'm just saying. So men, like homosexual sex, really started with men, and then eventually it turned into taboo, and everyone was like, "Well, we still want to do stuff." So, ladies, you start doing stuff together, and now it'll make it okay for us.
Is that the evolution of homosexuality?
That goes according to Carmen.
Ladies.
By the way, ask me about what my sexuality is.
Galvin, what is your sexuality?
Very.
Very what?
Yeah.
Very sexy.
Sweaty lady.
Yeah, you know what I like, Carmen. Hewlett Packard.
Would you consider,
Sure.
like I am attracted to, I will tell you this, I'm attracted to a strong-jawed woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
So you're
and
probably-
you like muscle ladies.
Oh yeah, muscle mommies.
Yeah. But I don't think that
Women with manly features.
I like muscle. You said it though. You like women with muscles. I don't. Guys with muscles don't turn me on at all.
exactly. I don't. I could look at a guy with muscles and go, man, that guy looks good.
Right, that guy's in great shape. Or
Yeah,
man, I
don't
like
wanna
to look
touch
like
his
that.
chest at
Yeah,
all.
exactly.
They say
Yeah.
muscles are muscles.
Yeah, but I don't know. I bet if I was with a muscle woman and she got me in a scissor lock, around my leg, and I could feel her pecs against my arm, I might feel a little bit different.
Yeah. Basically, what Gio's saying, it's all the same with the lights off.
See? Exactly.
No, and then trans is the most confusing to me because trans people want to be a different sex, but sometimes they still want to have sex with the same partners. Like they're not gay. They're still going to have sex with women, but they want to be a woman having sex with a woman.
Yeah.
But that's gay because if they're a woman
but
having sex with a woman,
yeah, and that's where you get into the ticky tack of this. Are they?
Can
whatever. It's interesting. I was watching something because on 90 Day Fiance, there is a woman from the Philippines that's trans, and it's but they don't say they're trans. They say they're a ladyboy. That's
in
what they
Philippines.
Right. In the Philippines, they go, no, we're not trans. We're not saying that we're women. We're ladyboys.
Right.
Like that, but that's a very distinct difference. You know what I mean? Because if you say that, if you were to say that to somebody here that was trans and you called them a ladyboy,
they'd be offended.
They'd lose their mind.
Dude, I went to a swingers club in New York one time. The Vault. Remember the Vault, Joe?
Oh, yeah.
And we went there because it was on HBO Real Sex and all that. And we went with Dr. Judy from Love Lines or Love Phones, whatever she did. Anyway, there were a lot of ladyboys there, and that's very confusing. Because from the waist up, they are ladies. Like they have full.
Well, it's interesting too because Asian people are smaller and they have soft facial features and stuff. So it seems like it's very easy for them to transition or look, like that.
Fool me, Joe. I know what goes on.
Yeah.
Hewlett Packard, HP.
HP.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just added a minimum 15-minute wait time for everyone dialing into their call center.
Oh, yeah.
Why?
So you
Because they don't want you to do it. They don't want you to call. They want you to do it online.
It just started yesterday. It's just in Europe for right now, but I have to imagine that it's coming here to America with a lot of other companies doing it as well. They're admitting that it's on purpose to encourage people to use their online resources to solve their own problems. They're targeting the people who are clogging up their phone lines with issues that can be easily handled online or by using virtual chatbots. But the collateral damage will hit people who have more complicated problems where you're trying to get through and it keeps you on hold for 15 minutes, and you've already exhausted all your other thing. Hey, I can't do this online. I need to talk to somebody.
Yeah.
No word yet on if it's the system could make its way to the U.S., but you have to think that
Can
that's
I
definitely-
just tell you? Go, Carmen, what were you saying?
I was going to say, well, the thing that sucks about this is the people who have the minor problems are probably old people that don't know how to use technology. So I understand why they're pushing it that way. But you know what they should have? Companies, 55 and up lines. For people who are 55 and up, if you have a problem, you call them because they're probably easy, simple. You know what I mean? Like we have 55 and up communities. So if they had like a problem
call
solving
center there,
call center for those people, it would probably go a lot faster, and you would be able to, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they probably have typical problems.
I love that you're saying 55 and up, and these guys are almost 55 and up.
Yeah, exactly.
Listen,
In
I'm
2
just,
years, I'll be like,
listen, I'm just going by like what the communities we have. We could go 70 and up.
She's
I think
grouping you into the old guy group.
I mean,
Well,
By the way,
gentlemen.
my wife said to me the other day that I look homeless. I dress like a homeless person.
Yeah.
Yesterday, I put a picture of me and Pete Davidson up for a Throwback Thursday picture, and she said to me, "I think you should dye your beard."
Oh.
And I went, "Oh man, now I look like an old homeless
yeah.
guy."
I thought she was going to say Pete Davidson looks homeless too.
No,
If you're rich and famous, you can look homeless.
Yeah.
It's
True.
totally fine. By the way, Carmen, I would love to call that call center. Good evening. Thank you for calling the call center. What is your favorite band? Led Zeppelin. Please hold.
yeah.
Damn it! Where am I going? Where are they sending me.
If I asked you now who the best customer service is, do you have an answer?
Best customer service.
Like, if I'll never call an airline. If I have to do something through the airline where I have to make a phone call, I call Diane from Action on Travel because she's way more helpful.
Yeah.
Not only do I know what the best customer service is, I know what your best customer service
do
is.
too.
I do too.
Best customer service is our streaming service that we have.
Oh yeah.
They're best
they're
customer
great.
That's
service.
pretty
They're
good.
great.
Wait.
Your favorite customer service is GoDaddy.
Yeah.
They are unbelievable.
Yeah.
They are unbelievable. I could be like, "Hi, GoDaddy. I have 18 different accounts and I own 32 domains and I own all this stuff. Can you help me? I'm sorry." And they're like, "Yeah, no problem. We'll figure it out. We'll get it all." And they got a live person on there. It's unbelievable.
I think Amazon is great.
Amazon's great too.
Anytime
And you don't
you-
even,
Yes.
they don't even speak English and they're good.
They don't even care what you did. Like, oh,
No.
no problem. It's back in your
Yeah.
account. Go ahead and keep it.
Yeah.
Like,
Amazon is so rich they don't
Yeah,
care.
it's
As
amazing.
long as you don't have a history of trying to screw them,
Right.
you could screw them pretty
Right.
good.
yeah.
Carmen, I'm not talking about the streaming service for the station. I'm talking about the TV streaming
Yeah.
Oh,
service.
our streaming service.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's not what I'm talking about. By the way, also for everybody that's, what's your streaming
Stop
service?
asking.
They don't, they're
No,
not taking
they're
any
closed.
customers.
No.
Yeah, it's closed. Sorry,
I
part's
don't.
closed.
Yeah, I don't even have it for the listeners.
Yeah.
I've got more. Hey, what's the thing that Robert Kelly got? Please, I don't want to be involved in this. I'm not,
That
trailing
streaming service, their customer is so great. Sometimes I think, does this guy know me?
Right,
Like, I
yeah.
feel like he knows me.
Yeah.
They
They complimented me.
Yes.
He goes, what device are you using? And he goes, I said Fire Stick. And he goes, oh, good. He goes, that makes it so
Yeah.
much easier. He goes, I'm glad you got that. I'm like, all right, got the right thing. Yeah. Wait, and then he goes, what's your favorite band? I go, Led Zeppelin. He goes, please hold.
No.
No, you're.
I dropped that. I think we just became best friends on him, and
Yeah.
he was like 100%. Yeah.
I don't even know if it's a him. I don't know who it
that's
is.
true.
Your wife may be involved in this. Okay.
I hope it's an underground prostitution. ring.
No, it's not that. But she may have to testify or do something. I don't know what's going
All
on.
right.
The hardware company, Stanley Black and Decker,
Oh no.
is suing the maker of Stanley drinkware, the Stanley cups
Right.
that everybody has, over its use of the name Stanley. They also say that their brand was hurt when Stanley sent out the line of defective cups. So now they're suing them.
Stanley, the one suing, waited a long time and let them sell a lot of cups
Oh,
before
yeah,
they launched
absolutely.
this lawsuit.
Which
Yeah.
is so funny because I knew Stanley was a thing, but I didn't know it was Stanley Black and Decker.
No, me either.
I don't know whether they just recently
must have-
merged or how long ago they merged, whatever.
Yeah.
But you always thought Stanley and you thought Black and Decker, but I didn't know it was Stanley Black and Decker. But yeah, they're saying, "Hey, Stanley Cups, you're making too much money," or
What
they're
if we
just trying
find
to
out
get their
it's
name
Stanley
out there.
Black and
And
Decker?
Decker. Oh, could be.
Mm.
Hello, Stanley Black. Hello, Decker.
Yeah, like they're two different people.
Or
instead of
what if
three.
it's Stanley Black and Stanley Decker?
Oh, that would be true.
Because
Two
they're
Stan-
saying Stanley Black and Decker.
Yeah.
Two Stanleys.
Yeah.
Stanley's
Which Stanley?
Black and Decker.
Black.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant Decker.
I saw a couple. They invented an ice tray specifically for Stanleys.
Oh,
so
yeah?
you would have like rings from the bottom to the top,
Right.
and like it would fill it up. You know what I mean? But that way you could have ice all day long. Stanley offered them amount of money. They turned it down, and they were like, "No, we're gonna sell it ourselves on Amazon." They patented the whole thing, right? And up to date, they've made like $1,000.
Oh,
Yeah.
Idiot.
You're on Shark
Yeah.
Tank.
They
By the
should-
way, Hard Rock gave us these fantastic. Hard Rock Bet gave us these fantastic Stanley Cups,
Yeah.
and I was like, I love it. I love the way that it looks. All this, I go, I don't like drinking out of a straw. I was like,
Oh,
I
you
Yeah.
don't
don't
do
have
that.
to.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
3 days it took me to figure out.
Oh,
Please,
wait,
push
you
the
could
thing?
take this.
please hold.
What's your favorite band?
Yeah, Led Zeppelin.
Talk to you in 15 minutes.
The Murder Accountability Project tracks homicide data nationwide. They say that how many people have died in unsolved homicides since 1980. So 45 years. How many people have died in unsolved
I
murder cases?
couldn't even guess.
Just
I
take a
don't know.
wild.
Like the exact number they were asking?
just about. What do you think?
10,000?
10,000
Oh, no.
people
More than
in
that.
45 years.
Yeah, that's probably low too.
100,000.
100,000 people. 100,000 people.
Yes.
Since the 80s?
Yeah, since 1980.
sure.
So
There's a
45
lot.
years. All right.
50,000.
50,000.
75,000 people.
75. Carmen,
Oh, I'm gonna go high. I'm gonna say about 500,000.
you're a little too high.
Okay.
300,000 people.
Yeah.
That breaks down to just under 7,000 people per year
Wow.
of homicides that go unsolved.
I'm not even shocked by that number, though.
I
Yeah.
always say you can't commit a murder.
Well, I said you can't commit a murder if it's somebody that you know, if you're tied to them or anything like that. If you're going to commit a murder, it has to
Random.
be completely random, and even that you're not necessarily going to get away with.
Think of all the people that got killed, like in organized crime, like in the 80s, and
Oh, yeah.
like crazy.
By the way, did you see the new movie that's coming out? What are we doing?
What are we doing?
Did we run out of actors? Do we not have enough actors? Robert De Niro is playing two different gangsters
In the same movie?
in the same movie, and it's real famous, and I can't think of the name. He plays two different guys. New York, where he gets hit. The one guy gets hit, gets killed, or gets at least attempted murder. Let me see what the movie
Wasn't
is.
that was Many Saints in Newark? Ray Liotta played the same
Right.
twin brother. or
But he played
something.
twin brothers.
That was still horrible.
I
though.
know, but at least he played twin brothers. That made a little bit more
but,
sense.
Like, stop doing that.
Also, you don't need De Niro to play an old guy and a young guy at the same time.
It's the Alto Kings, and it's Frank Costello and Vito Genovese.
Why does he play both?
He plays both. Yeah,
That's-
and it's so dumb because like he's doing a voice for one. He's like, I brought you into this, kid, and he's like,
Yeah.
listen, you gotta understand. And it's like, oh, come on. And he's got like,
That's
get two people.
Stupid.
And get De Niro out of there. He's too old.
The only time it's acceptable to have an actor play two people is when it's twins. Armie Hammer playing the Winklevoss twins
Did great.
Did great.
Best line in there. I'm 6'4", 220 pounds, and there's two of me. That's the best. I love that.
Armie Hammer was good. That guy's off the deep end.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a podcast.
I think he was he on with Tom Segura or no?
I think so.
Yeah.
And he is a cannibal, and he's weird. And
Is he? Like,
he.
but
Like,
I mean, has he actually eaten human flesh?
I don't think he does.
Or is it like fantasy?
I think it's
stuff?
fantasy, but it's weird.
Okay, that's definitely weird, but it's also like, all right.
Yeah. I don't know. I at first I was like, oh, this guy really got a bad shake, and then the more I watched of it, I'm like, nope, this guy's nuts.
If you literally, honestly had to eat a person, you eat a female. Let's just go ahead and you're gonna
Okay.
eat a female. What part do you start with?
You know, I think about this more than you probably should, because ever since I saw that movie where the soccer team went down
Alive.
an airplane alive, where they had to eat the other people, I thought I would probably do it to survive. But what part do you eat? Like, do I go look for a liver? Do I look for, like, I wouldn't know how to do that. I would
Right,
just
yeah.
assume I just bite off the butt. I mean, I just don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think I would go thigh.
Something meaty.
Yeah,
You know?
Has anyone watched that Yellow Jacket series?
I did watch a few seasons of it.
Yeah, Sugar Pants is into it, so I'm like, they just started a new season, but that's what happens. They go out into. It's kind of based on
Spoiler.
that book Alive.
Spoiler.
Hey, you just ruined the whole
Spoiler,
show.
spoiler alert.
It's that's not part of.
You didn't say
That's not a
spoiler.
spoiler.
Wait,
They're
Just
eating
told me what
people?
happened.
That's
watch
what
it.
they are facing because they are trapped in like a snowy area.
They tell you that at the beginning?
Yeah.
Which part would you eat, Joe?
Well, they
Like, I with Sugar Pants, I wouldn't even bother.
yeah.
Look
Well,
at
I
the
mean,
nutrients on her little body.
there's not
Yeah.
much there, but I think they started with the thigh.
Yeah.
He just told us that
Well,
they
you-
did it.
You
It
spoiled it
show's
again.
been out.
All
They've
right,
been
so I
eating.
won't watch it.
It's a new season. It's like season 3.
Yeah, they were eating people in season 1.
Oh,
That's not true.
Yeah.
I watched season 1.
Well,
did you see the one where they ate everybody?
No.
Well, now you don't have to watch
Yeah,
it at all.
Well, don't watch
I'm
it.
done.
Spoiler.
Can I
Hang
spoil
on, let me-
Paradise now?
Let me
No.
let me text my wife and spoil it for her now
Go
too.
ahead.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, don't
spoil
tell
it.
her.
What a jerk.
Crazy.
Great.
Happy Language Day.
See,
Do you know what the most spoken language in the world is?
Espanol.
In the world.
no,
You say Spanish? No.
Yes.
Mandarin
Yeah.
or one of those.
Cantonese.
Carmen, you are correct.
Oh.
There's two answers. With native speakers, it's Chinese, which is Mandarin or Cantonese, whatever, because then there's different dialects and stuff. But with total speakers, it's what? So that's actually not the correct
It's
answer.
tied.
No. There's two different answers because with native speakers, it's Chinese, which encompasses that. With total speakers, overall, worldwide, the most popular language, most spoken language
English.
is English.
Yeah.
1.5 billion
Damn right.
worldwide. You know, it's just funny
USA.
because think about
USA.
USA. Think about it though, because you see all these people from India and China and Africa and all and speaking English. We don't speak any of their languages.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I was surprised. No, go ahead.
No, I would say, does anyone speak a second language at all?
No, and
Not
I wish I
fluently.
did, and I
No.
should have,
Yo
but
hablo español un poquito.
very poquito
No,
though.
no.
I can understand more
Sí,
than
sí,
I can
sí, sí.
speak.
Yeah, same.
I did Duolingo for like 6 months. Didn't learn a goddamn thing.
Bobby was doing
Like,
it the other day too,
Yeah.
and I was answering the questions for him because he was doing Spanish, and I was answering the question for him.
I think Moose a long time ago had what is that torrent thing, whatever.
The
and
one
he-
that the CIA uses.
yeah, and he got me that, and I was going to try and learn Spanish, whatever, but I don't know whether I ever did.
When we
Hablo
were
español muy bien.
no,
Bien.
no,
Sí.
no más.
No.
No, you just said no more.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
So you want me to stop?
No more.
Yes, exactly.
I wouldn't say
Please.
very good, but I would say good. I definitely understand more than I can speak, but I can communicate.
I took
You
Spanish in
could
high school.
communicate.
Yes.
You would be like what age? A 4-year-old, a 3-year-old. You know what I
No.
mean? Like speaking.
I can speak like an adult would speak. I can ask questions. I can ask where the bathroom is. I can ask what color something is. I can ask, like, I
That's
mean,
what a toddler says.
Yeah, literally textbook the first week.
I can tell you that I want something. I can tell you that, I can communicate pretty well in Spanish.
All right, let's drop you in the middle of Mexico and see how you do.
Yeah, I don't feel like you can.
Well, F for you.
Chinga. Okay, no.
Chupa.
The online betting guide says who are the favorites to play the Super Bowl halftime show for 2026.
I don't know, like, who are our favorites? Or
No.
Who
Who do they say are the favorites? The odds on, I'll tell you, it's 2 different artists that they have. The top 2, both female.
Both female.
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on. Let's think about this. Lady Gaga. Did she do it already?
Lady Gaga already did it, and
Yeah.
it's not her.
Okay.
Well, got to be Taylor Swift.
It is not Taylor Swift.
Really?
By the way, did you see Carmen? You probably saw this. That the girl that is divorcing her husband because he booed Taylor Swift when they showed her on the Super
Oh.
Bowl.
That can't be real.
I
cannot
don't
be
think
real.
it can be real. But also, just so everybody knows, they were showing.
Don't boo Taylor Swift.
No, not even don't boo Taylor Swift. They were showing Eagles fans, and it was a predominantly Eagle Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Right.
And they were cheering, and then they would show a Chiefs fan, and they would boo. And then they'd show an Eagles fan, they'd cheer. And then they showed Taylor Swift, a Chiefs fan, and they booed.
Yeah.
That's how they were doing it back and forth. It wasn't like,
Right.
there's Taylor Swift, boo.
Boo. I think the first time they showed her, she got booed pretty hard.
Yeah.
Whatever.
It was all Eagles fans.
I think it was. I think it was just Eagles Chiefs, and there was more Eagles fans there.
So who is the odds-on favorite?
I don't know. I'm trying to.
Everybody's already done it.
No.
Not Sabrina Carpenter.
Beyonce did it a
There
couple
we
years
go.
ago.
You're on the right track, though. There is one that's an up-and-comer, and there's one that's been established.
Like
Chapel
Olivia
Roan?
Rodrigo.
Chapel
Oh,
Roan.
Chapel Roan.
Really?
Chapel Roan with probability of 16.7%, tied with somebody who's been around for a while and is popular,
Billie Eilish.
Miley Cyrus.
Okay.
Miley
Yeah.
Cyrus has been out there a lot lately.
They
Yeah.
say that
Yeah.
they're tied for first. Then Sabrina Carpenter is actually in there, tied for third with Christina Aguilera.
Oh, where would
Haven't
that
heard
come
anything from
Yeah.
her for a while.
Yeah.
Number 2 is somebody that there's no way this is happening. There's no way they're involved. There's just everything about it. There's no way. Oasis.
no way.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
way.
Yeah. American football.
Yeah. No
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
It would be awesome, but no way.
No way.
Now, do we have a list? Because I feel like it's been hip hop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they'll always throw in a rock band in between it, like you know what I mean? Like every 5 or 6 years or something like that.
It's been like 10 years since anybody rocked it. And
no,
I think it
not
was,
true. Because the people that unplugged Red Hot Chili Peppers or whatever, they like unplugged their things. Was that 10 years ago?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even remember that.
So I can tell you it was Kendrick Lamar. 2024 it was Usher, Alicia Keys, Jermaine Dupri, her, blah, blah, blah. 2023 it was Rihanna. 2022 it was the LA one with the Eminem, Dre, all those guys. 2021 it was The Weeknd. 2020 it was Shakira, Bad Bunny, Jennifer Lopez. 2019 sort of rock, Maroon 5. And then they had Travis Scott and Big Boy. 2018 was Justin Timberlake. 2017 was Lady Gaga. 2016 was sort of rock. They had Coldplay, but it was Beyonce and Bruno Mars. Katy Perry had Lenny Kravitz and Missy Elliott. Bruno Mars again with Red Hot Chili Peppers in 2014. Beyonce again and Destiny's Child. 2007 Prince. 2006 Rolling Stones. 2005 Paul McCartney. So you had some rock there.
I mean, we really haven't had rock in a long time.
No, it's been a while. Even if you consider Maroon 5, it's been since 2020.
Even though that it's in San Francisco and that's Metallica country, before they get too old, they're out on tour right now.
Yeah.
It's got to be AC/DC. It's got to be AC/DC.
What about AC/DC and Metallica?
That'd be insane.
Oh,
too
I
many.
love it. Too much.
They're too
Overload.
big.
That's too much rock. It's too much rock. Yeah, so I don't know. We'll see. But those are the odds-on favorites.
I have to tell you,
betting
I'm
guide.
still amazed by how many people are complaining about Kendrick Lamar and the halftime show. This is terrible. I don't know any of this, but I'm like, you're just telling everybody you're old.
Yeah, old and racist.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if it's necessarily racist, but it could definitely be a different style that you're not used to. You know?
But I know it's a different style than what I'm used to, and I go, that's not for me. But I get that he's popular and stuff. I don't care.
Sabrina Carpenter is as white as they come.
Yeah.
She sings a national anthem. I mean, she does a halftime show. I'm not watching that.
I
don't
can't
care about
imagine something like that affecting me in any way.
By the way, you're 100% watching it.
that. What I'm saying
You
is,
don't
like,
care.
I will watch it because I watch all of them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
but I don't. You're right. Like, I don't care.
You're not
Like, I'm
gonna-
not going to be like, this was terrible.
I
This
mean,
was
we'll talk about it. You'll have an opinion on it, but it's not going to ruin your life.
No.
You know, it's not going to, you're not going to,
Also, like you, I will understand. Not for me.
yeah. And you're not going to set up a group. You're not going to have meetings with other people.
I might. You never know.
No.
I might.
I got to tell you, Sabrina Carpenter, I don't even know whether I know her espresso song.
You
Is
know
that
it if you
Yeah.
heard it. Yeah.
Maybe. I know that that's her song and that's a popular song, whatever. I like her, though. I just like her personality. I like that she throws in the names of the places and makes up a whole little like lyric about it and stuff. And she's dirty.
It's Sabrina Carpenter's my house. All my daughters, they love Sabrina Carpenter.
She really, though,
Yeah.
she's like, I heard everything's bigger in Texas and then this and that, whatever about that.
Yeah.
Like, she's always saying dirty stuff. Something about sitting on it and doing
Oh.
it. And yeah. Oh, yeah.
When I was watching the SNL 50, my daughters both came down every time they heard her voice
Yeah.
to see her on SNL.
This is espresso.
Not familiar yet. Maybe the chorus.
It's
I mean, maybe not
This
because
is the chorus.
Oh, this is?
Yeah.
I got a young daughter. You know,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, no. Like, I know Chapel Roan because my wife listens to it a
Yeah.
lot, and it's good. Like, I like her so much that I asked her, I go, who is that? And she told me whatever, but yeah, I don't know whether I'm familiar with that song at all.
I hear that song at least minimum once a day because of my daughters.
yeah.
And then Kendrick Lamar, I didn't know any of his stuff, and then they're not like us or whatever this that, and I go, oh, I've heard that one before.
Right.
So that was about it.
And that was pretty much how it was with me too. And I
Yeah.
know a little bit of his music, but I was like, I don't know. But then when they got to that song, and you're like, oh, this is the Drake song. I
Oh.
know this.
I didn't know that. That's
Yeah.
a Drake song?
They're not like us.
Yeah, I didn't know
yeah.
that.
Yeah, I wasn't aware of the beef and none of that
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh,
But-
see,
but
I
also-
was. That's why I
also-
was excited.
but
It was
I
like
recognize the
WWE.
song. Yeah.
Also, don't care about that at all either.
No, I could not care less. No.
How are you not like into it now that you know the rules?
Because I don't care about either of them.
Yeah, I'm
I
saying.
know, but the fact that listen to me, I don't care about either of them either. But the fact that one man is doing a show that is the most watched entertainment show of the year,
Right.
worldwide,
And he made it about another
and he's
dude.
calling the other guy a pedophile, not even hinting about it. He was coming right out and saying, "Hey, Drake, you're a pedophile."
Yeah,
But he's been doing that.
but
That
it's-
song's been out.
Yeah.
I know, but the fact that Carmen that he did it on the world's largest stage and he's not even afraid of getting sued or not. He's
Yeah,
just
because he's already getting sued. And on top of that, like I said, like that song's been out and they were like, you can't do it. You can't do it. So we all knew he was going to do it.
I think
But-
the reason why he's not afraid is because it's true, and that's why they're not suing because it's true.
But also, I can't. You did the whole thing, the biggest thing, whatever, and then you talked about some other dude. It's like,
Yeah.
ugh, what a bitch.
Plus, I assume they're all in on it somehow anyway.
right.
If I was Drake, I'd be going, yeah, he can't even do the Super Bowl show without talking about me. I'm so much better than him. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
but no, he's not talking about how his music stinks. He's not talking about how he doesn't like him. He's talking about how he bangs kids.
Huh?
That's a big difference.
Prove it.
Well, he doesn't have to because this guy's not even fighting it back. But what I'm saying
he's
is,
suing. He's
but he's
suing
not-
the record label.
he's not suing the record label because they called him a pedophile. He's suing the
Yes.
record. No, he's not. He's suing the record label because they allowed him on the same company to attack him like that in the song.
Right.
And
For
but
calling him a pedophile.
But he's not suing anyone for slander for calling him a pedophile. He's suing them for
because they should be on his side.
They should be they should be protecting him because they're on the same label. That's why he's suing. He's not suing anyone for slander.
So what's the worst case scenario for Drake? Canceled or what?
No, Drake's not getting canceled.
Right, so nothing happens.
I know, but I mean, Gio, it's I was gonna say I know a little bit of what this is like, but to have somebody
call me a pedophile.
No, but to have somebody constantly saying something bad about you that
Right.
isn't true,
Like
you
and don't you think they're pathetic and that you own them and that you're in their head all the time? And
yes,
it's
but there's a
hilarious
part of
to
you that is like, listen, you can say what you want, but now you're saying I bang kids. I gotta step up.
When,
for a second
when
and
I'm
say,
relentlessly called Burger Guy, I take offense to that, and I don't think it's true.
but it is
We
true.
have-
That's why you can't sue
that's
us.
a fact.
We have
Neither
facts.
can you sue
Yeah.
for scumbag.
no,
Yeah.
I feel like I'm the Drake of this show.
and
You
Drake
are.
is suing for
You're the burger pedophile
You're
of the
the
show.
drunk of this show.
and Drake is suing for defamation and harassment.
Who is he suing?
He's suing the record label because they knew what was in the song. I'm looking at the
Yeah,
New York
but-
Times article, and it says he is suing for defamation
But
and
he's
harassment.
not suing Kendrick Lamar for calling him a child molester. That is what
defamation. That's what. Yeah.
he's not suing Kendrick
He's
Lamar.
suing the record company.
He's suing
Do you
Because
guys
the record
remember-
company
do you
has
guys
more
remember
money.
earlier when
Yeah.
I said I don't care? Please hold. Amazon has assumed creative control of the James Bond franchise. I don't know whether I like this. And now Jeff Bezos is asking people on social
I thought you
media.
were saying now Jeff Bezos is going to make himself James Bond.
Yeah.
No, he's asking who should be the next 007. Did we already saw what? I thought they announced that other dude was going to be 007.
No,
or was that
it was
just
like one guy had the lead. They would always say he's getting the lead.
The next installment is probably a few years away, anyways. But I thought we had talked about that, and that guy that was in Bullet Train or whatever was going to be it. But,
yeah, I think there was a couple of guys that they just assumed was going to be him. It's got to be somebody who's young enough to do it for 4 movies.
How about Harvey?
3 movies.
How about Harvey?
Not English enough. Yeah.
He's not English.
I would put Timothy Chalamet.
No.
Oh,
What do you mean no?
he's a
He's
he
little
sucks. He's
wimp.
little.
Yeah.
he's great at everything. I love him.
No.
He's
Listen,
too feminine.
he's a good actor and stuff and everything, but that's not the role for
What
him.
is Pierce Brosnan ripped stud?
I
No,
like
but
Henry
he's
Cavill.
taller.
He's at least like 6'1", and he's
A ladies' man,
yeah,
not a lady.
smooth and stuff.
Not a lady boy.
I would watch Timothy Chalamet as 007.
Yeah, you're not going to.
Also, Timothy. Yeah, not Tim.
Timothy Dalton.
Yeah,
was James Bond.
the worst James
Yeah,
Bond.
he was. Yeah.
Tom
Uh,
Hiddleston.
No,
No.
he's always
Loki.
Loki.
Yeah,
He's
but
Loki.
again, British actor. He has that like charm about him.
I like Henry Cavill. That's my vote.
Chalamet would kick Hiddleston's ass. They're way better.
You shut your
Not
mouth.
kicking anyone's ass.
Yeah.
You
Yes.
think Chalamet would beat up Henry Cavill?
No.
No, of course not.
Well,
Superman.
Yeah, but he's not going to be 007.
Why not?
He's not English.
Yes, he is.
Cavill?
Yes.
He's Superman. How can Superman's not English?
The only Superman's from Kansas.
Yeah, but
Henry Cavill is from London.
Yeah, but I don't see it.
Wait,
I
that's,
see it.
I think it's a fake accent.
Would you rather see Henry Cavill as 007 or Wolverine?
Wolverine.
I don't know.
He looked great. I think he's doing that in the multiverse thing.
He did it in Deadpool.
Yeah, I think they're bringing that into the new Avengers movie.
that'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Who is the guy that is in the agency? It's not McAvoy. It's
No, the guy who played Magneto.
yeah.
Yeah, he's on TV right now. It's funny you said that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Prometheus is on. It's one of these TVs. I can't shut it.
Michael Fassbender.
Yeah.
Michael Fassbender
Too old.
would be. Oh no.
Too old because
I mean,
you got to
how
think he's
old
going
is
to
he?
do 3 years. He's got to do
He's
3
47.
movies. Right. That's 3 movies into the next 10 years.
What about Miles Teller?
No, not English enough.
Way too American.
All right.
You have,
all
you
your
have bad-
suggestions suck.
I'm just naming actors that I enjoy.
Yeah, I get you.
Daniel Craig. How old was Daniel Craig? He was 38. Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
almost in 10 years. Yeah.
Fassbender's great.
He's smooth though.
Yeah.
He is smooth.
John Hamm?
No.
No, you.
What, you know,
He's got to be English.
I don't think you've seen
you didn't
007
understand the
movies before.
assignment.
He's got to be English.
Yeah, but Superman wasn't English. Or he was English. So you can break the rules.
James Bond is, though.
Yeah. That was the point I was making.
Yeah. I
And
know.
how old do they have to be? What age range? are we looking at?
Probably 35,
Yeah.
37, somewhere in there.
Okay.
Under 40 would be good.
this one.
I think I just don't like James Bond.
Oh, I love James Bond.
Nicholas Holt.
No,
He's
I like
newer-
I like Nicholas Holt, but Nicholas
Isn't he
Holt
the
is in
One that
everything.
played Beast?
Yes.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
he's
30, but he's 35. He's British. He's 6'3".
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's
he
like,
looks too much like a Mary.
you shave him up. I don't know.
Aaron Taylor Johnson.
That was the
is
one they said was gonna do
right,
it.
and he makes sense. He's an English actor. He's 34 years old. He's handsome. He's a little short. He's 5'11". But
Ooh,
yeah, I know.
you got to put lifts on him.
Oh,
He's gonna have to wear high heels.
They can
all
shoot
the
it properly.
premieres.
5'11", he's out.
Yeah.
No, 5'11" is an inch away. They can make that work in the movies.
Then Chalamet's in.
No,
Tom Cruise
but
is 5'5".
Chalamet's 5'11", 103 pounds.
And he wears dresses.
Now, this one surprised us with his role as Batman, Robert Pattinson.
No, he's no James Bond.
He's no James Bond.
Yeah, he's too sulky.
He was no Batman.
Yeah, he was.
And,
He was
like,
moody. He was
Right.
dark and moody.
When he put on the suit, he was. But
No, even
at
when he was in
first-
Twilight, he was dark and moody.
Yeah, I think.
Oh, Chalamet 5'10".
Yeah, no good.
All right,
No good, Timmy.
fair enough.
Little
Timmy out.
Little Timmy.
And not British, right?
No, definitely not British. Also not Bob Dylan, but he pulled that off.
I've not watched that yet.
Well, it's pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah, if you're
I
interested in that, you have to be interested in that kind of
I like
thing.
music biopics, anyways.
Yeah.
for the most part.
Cillian Murphy, too weird looking. Cillian Murphy is one of those guys where you're like, is he handsome or is he just weird looking?
He's weird looking.
Yeah. I'm looking at some of the other ones that they have on this list and some that I don't know. And, so far, nobody really good.
What happened to the lady 007? Did that ever happen?
Yeah. That was in the thing. So she was not James Bond. She just took the number 007. So she
Gotcha.
wasn't. They made it a big deal, and they're like, "It's gonna be a lady, James Bond." No, it's just in the sequence of numbers because James Bond retired. So 007 was open. She became the new 007. Then he came back, and it was a whole little thing.
Did anyone see that movie?
Yeah. I saw it. And
was it good?
They I like them all. I like all the James Bond movies, but
Okay.
they made like a little thing about it because she was a new 007. And then he was back, and he was like, "What am I supposed to be?"
Get out,
Yeah.
lady.
Give me back my number. So, all right, I'll do it. I'll be James Bond.
Oh, wait.
Kim Kardashian tried to post a picture of a death row inmate that she is helping,
Right.
but she posted a picture of another guy with the same name.
Oof.
So what does that guy do?
That guy sues.
That guy sues her because she has a bunch of money. So he's like, "Ooh, I'm suing you." I don't
What?
really-
Well, because she ruined his reputation in prison by
In
calling him a
death
death
row?
row inmate.
Yeah, well, it doesn't say that he was in prison though. It just it may have just been a dude, and she was like, "I'm trying to get this death row inmate out, whatever." But still, I mean,
Yeah.
is it that big of a deal?
No.
Listen, how about this? You go to her house and she flashes.
Yeah, I would definitely take the deal on that one.
Yeah.
She to me is granted, I know that there's a lot of work in there and all that stuff. To me though, she is she's hotter every time I see her.
She looked great on SNL.
Yeah,
She did.
And she was dressed all goofy, and it's still she
Yeah.
looked hot.
they really put it together when they built her. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean they really said let's just use everything we got.
Yeah.
Right. And like Carmen said before, she's like the prototype. She's like the what everybody is trying to get to. You know what I mean? But she has the money to have the best guy do all this stuff, whatever. And then everyone's like, I would look like Kim Kardashian. I only have $40. And they're like, all right, get in the van. Here we go.
Would you, Carmen? Would you do a sex tape if you thought there was a chance that you'd go into that trajectory of where she's at?
Of that money?
Not all. Like it's not guaranteed, but would you take the chance on it?
No, because I would have already done that already with an OnlyFans. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I
But
mean?
this
Like,
is
if
this is pre OnlyFans.
What about if your chances are 1 in 3?
no,
Ooh,
that's
pretty
not.
good
Those
odds.
aren't good odds.
1 in 3.
Fame and
Yeah.
fortune.
That's less than 50%.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
Out of
that's so.
3.
Those are not good odds. You should not gamble.
I was watching The Last Dance again because I love it so much. Michael Jordan, they were talking about whenever he was injured and he needed, he was on restricted minutes and all this stuff, whatever. And they were talking to the doctor, and the doctor said if he plays and injures himself again, it could be career ending. And they said what are the possibilities of that? And he said that it was about a 10% possibility, whatever. And he was like, all right, you guys are looking at the negative. Look at the positive, And the owner of the Bulls was like, I don't think you're understanding, though. He goes, that's like saying if you had a really bad headache, and I had 10 pills in there, that 9 will cure you and 1 will kill you. Would you take it? And he goes, depends on how bad the headache is. So he's like, I'll take it. I'll do it. Speaking of basketball, Victor Wembanyama of the San Antonio Spurs is expected to miss the rest of the season due to a blood clot in his shoulder.
Well, that's not good.
Which is not good. That's a big deal. That could be a career-ending injury because there have been guys who have had that and had to stop playing and stuff. And he's the superstar for the Spurs, man. He is 21 years old.
Wow.
21 years old. 7'3". He's unbelievable. Played for the French national team and stuff. But, yeah, he's really good. Sticking with sports, today at 1:05 p.m., where are you going to be?
1:05 p.m. today on a Friday, I will be just sitting in my house thinking about the traffic I'm going to be in within the next 3 hours.
Well, there's going to be more traffic right around Dale Mabry, around Steinbrenner Field, because at 1:05 p.m. today, the Tampa Bay Rays will take on the New York Yankees in its first spring training game of the season. Tickets probably already sold out. Lowest price ticket for the spring training opener was set at around $160. For the Tampa Bay Rays, it'll be the first time the team takes the field where it will play all of its home games this season, which is Steinbrenner Field.
Crazy.
It'll be the Rays' home field for the regular season, as the Trop is unplayable because of the hurricane damage from last fall.
Will they change the structure at all to say Rays?
They already did.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yep.
They're saying the only thing I was reading an article about, the only thing they're not allowed to mess with is the Steinbrenner statue. Everything else is they can change to look like the Rays.
Yeah, they already
they
have
must
a
be paying
thing,
a
welcome
lot
to
of
home of
money.
the Rays and all that stuff. And
Wow.
Like the thing, because it doesn't say Yankees
Yeah,
on the
right
back.
down on the Dale Mabry.
I just going to say Rays up.
But it's just banners that they're putting
Yeah,
over
but
it.
The
You know what I mean?
boss must be spinning in his mausoleum right now.
Yeah.
But the entrance thing that I saw has a big sign that they built. Like
Right.
it's an actual sign, and it has the Rays, the
Yeah, but
star
they were
or
saying
sun or whatever thing it is.
Inside, all the signage and like everything's going to
Sure.
be Rays everywhere.
Yeah.
And they
Crazy.
I guess they can swap it out because it's only when the Yankees are in spring training where it's considered their home field.
Right, but then where the Tampa Yankees playing the Tarpons?
They're playing there too, I assume.
Who's going to those games?
Not really
That's
anybody.
what I'm saying.
You know.
Sticking with baseball, MLB superstar Juan Soto surprised his teammate Brett Beatty with a new black Chevy Tahoe on Thursday. It was a thank you gift to Beatty, allowing Soto to wear number 22 with the New York Mets now.
Fair enough.
Yeah, he said it's amazing for him to think to do something like that. I couldn't be more grateful, Beatty said. I'm just really excited he's on our team and I get to learn from one of the best hitters in the game. I don't know how much Beatty makes. I don't know how much of his. I mean, he's a Major League Baseball player and stuff. But you trade. He did it. He gave him the number. But I know a lot of those guys will get a bag for doing the number or whatever. But I think he just said, yeah, that's fine. You're Juan Soto. You get number 22.
Yeah, but if you've had the number for a little while, you don't just give it up.
Depending, yeah, for sure.
Chris Godwin gives up to Tom Brady. I mean, that's Tom Brady.
But also, a lot of athletes are very superstitious and have
Right.
the number and want that number or whatever. But so he got
Chris Godwin has 12, and Antonio Brown comes to the team and says he wants 12.
Yeah.
That's a fight. That we gotta go buy me a car to get it. You know, Tom Brady comes, you say give it to him.
Antonio Brown.
What a weird,
What could have been? He was unbelievable. Unbelievable.
If he doesn't walk off the field crazy, the Bucks go back to the Super Bowl that year.
If he doesn't go crazy, though,
100%.
You think Antonio Brown was the key piece missing?
Absolutely, because we lost Godwin that year too.
Yeah.
Brown and
He would have been helpful.
Evans. Yeah, when he got to that playoff game, we had nobody. We had no receivers.
Yeah.
What a weirdo.
Yeah.
How about this? Nate Bargatze was talking on his podcast about doing stand-up leading to the SNL 50 show in New York City.
I love that Nate Bargatze's name is Nate Bargatze, but even he has changed it to Nate Bargatze now because everybody just says it wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So
he
now
should
it's
have told us
Bargatze.
earlier.
You're right.
It's
You're right.
Bargatze.
It's on him. It's on him.
Doing stand-up at the Comedy Cellar, he says, so I went up, then David Spade went up, then Chris Rock went up.
Jeez.
That same show, he said it started with the host, and then Steve Martin was up. Martin Short went up. John Mulaney went up. Leslie Jones went up. He said,
You hate women.
No, I don't hate women. I hate unfunny women. He said it was just boom, 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 kept on going like that. And the crazy thing was a ticket to get in was $18.
It's crazy.
Do you
man.
go
Can
to
you
the cellar
imagine?
that night thinking there's a chance that might happen?
I
or
would imagine
just-
some,
Knowing that
So-
all those people are in town.
I would imagine some do. I would imagine
Yeah.
others like, this is unbelievable.
If you go to the Comedy Cellar at any night, you're going to see 5 comedians or so, and out of those 5, 2 of them are going to be pretty famous. Like I went one time just on a whim, and I think the headliners were Dove Davidoff and I can't remember who the other one was, but it was somebody of that caliber.
But they're all unannounced, right? You don't.
No, you can find out who's going to be there,
Oh.
but they're only doing 10 minutes each, 5 minutes each, depending on who's doing what, because it recycles, So you can look in the thing and see, hey, but at any Friday or Saturday night, you could go in there and somebody like Chris Rock could pop in, or Ray Romano could pop in, or Jerry Seinfeld could pop in. So you always know that could happen.
But is it hard to get tickets?
No, if you buy them in advance, no. Like it'll sell out pretty quick. But that weekend, I think anybody that's hip to the comedy community at all kind of knew that was going to happen.
A buddy of mine was in Austin, and he said the Mothership was sold out like 2 months in advance.
Mothership's been sold out for a while.
Every single
but
night.
There's nothing else in Austin.
Yeah.
There's just that comedy club. Where in New York, there's Fat Black Pussycat is right around the corner from Comedy Cellar.
Right.
There's a few other comedy places there because there's the Vulcan. There's a few different ones right
But
there.
nothing like that.
Yeah.
Well, not the Joe Rogan
Right.
owns, whatever, but I think Red Band has part of the Vulcan or something, whatever. But yeah. But the crazy thing is, like Mark Norman talking about whenever Jerry Seinfeld popped in, that's how he met him and got to do all that stuff, whatever, because he said he was going up after Seinfeld.
Right.
That's got to be great, whatever. And he said as he was passing him, he goes, still got it. Did one of those, whatever. And Jerry was like, oh, thanks. And then stayed there, watched the set. And then afterwards said, hey, you want to hang out? You want to? And he was like, me? Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
That's what happened with Bobby and Seinfeld.
Oh, yeah.
When Bobby said, come on upstairs, and Bobby was like, I'm going to be the next Kramer. And then he goes, not you. He was talking to the girl next to him. Bobby's not you story is one of the funniest things you'll ever hear.
Not you.
So funny. Someone, and you would think Bobby would have the connection because Colin Quinn and Seinfeld are really good friends.
Yeah.
And Bobby
Well,
and Colin are good friends.
Mark Norman, when he went on tour with Seinfeld, brought it up to Bobby. Brought it up to Jerry.
Oh, yeah.
And said, do you know Bobby Kelly? And he's like, yeah, I know who he is. And he said, do you know the situation with you and him and the not you? And he's like, no, I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
That's so
Yeah.
funny. That's so funny. Finally, in news, someone on social media asked, what statements make you roll your eyes immediately? Like something that somebody says and you just go, ugh. I can give you some of the examples that they have. Overly corporate jargon, like synergy bandwidth, or let's circle back.
Yeah.
It's a great opportunity.
Yeah, all of those things that are.
It's because we're family.
Yeah, ugh. Those are all terrible. What about alpha male?
Yeah.
How many times do we roll our eyes when we heard that?
Because most people that think they're alpha males are not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when guys like, woman alpha. No,
Yeah,
you're
it's
not.
kind of one of those things. Other people can tell you you're an
Yeah,
alpha male.
yeah.
You don't tell people you're. It's like giving yourself your own nickname.
Yeah.
Hey guys, call me Bingo from now on. No, we're not doing that. It's weird. I've done my research, especially when it's just a YouTube video.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and they're arguing. I did my research. I saw it on TikTok.
Yeah.
This is totally fine. We've always done it that way. Quickest way to become extinct.
Yep.
Yep.
Sorry, Joe.
Oh,
Joe, they're talking about you.
What?
he watched the YouTube video.
Yeah.
Joe's gonna bring up a 10-year-old in 5, 4, 3. Joe was so mad at Gio the entire time in New Orleans about the 10-year-old comment. A 10-year-old
Every
could do
dinner.
the video, all the different
Oh,
stuff,
yeah.
to the point where I go, I'm the one
That's
that said
not
that.
that's an
That's
inaccurate statement, but you can continue.
You were a little bit perturbed.
No, I just brought it up to him when he said, this is harder than I thought it would be. And I would
Oh.
remind him that was
But
it.
he thinks that I was the one that said that. Galvin
Right.
was the one that
No, no.
Right.
had
Galvin
said
said it as a joke. You used it as like a, you waved it as like a banner.
I told him, I said it's stolen anger.
Yeah, it's misdirected. It was not
Okay.
what I said.
Well,
You're mad at me for what Galvin said.
nope, I'm mad at you for being you.
How about this? I'm just being honest, which is a jerk's way of justifying something. Hey, I'm just being
Right.
honest.
Yeah.
You're really ugly. I'm just being honest.
Or if somebody, I find that anybody comes forward with statements like that usually means the opposite. Girls, I don't kiss and tell. Well, now
exactly.
we know you do.
Yeah.
Or if someone says, I hate to do this, or I hate to say this.
Right.
And then they drop something
If
on
you hate it, you
I
wouldn't say it.
never do it.
Yeah.
Don't take this the wrong way.
Oh, yeah, Carmen.
Good
By
one.
the way, we like when you say, I've never done this before.
Yeah.
That's a lie.
Hey, you lie to me all day long. Bringing up astrology randomly. Like, well, you have to understand, I'm a Libra.
Yeah, using that as your excuse.
Okay, hold on though. When a hot girl is like, "Well, let me ask you, what's your sign?" That's kind of hot.
Yeah, that's different though.
Yeah.
That's conversational. This is like that. That's the same with dude. You don't understand. I'm from Detroit or something. You're like, oh,
Yeah.
shut up.
But it's
Who
like-
cares?
I'm gonna be moody today because I'm a Capricorn,
Oh, yeah.
and
Yeah.
you know the signs, and it
I
just
like when they say
aligns.
that because then I know who to stay away from.
Yeah.
I'm
But
just
what
like-
about when they start telling you whose moon's in retrograde and
Right.
all that other stuff? Yeah. those
Yeah, of
people, like-
course this
My
would
guides
happen.
are speaking to me.
Yeah.
They told me to tell you you suck.
Oh, how about this? This is something that somebody used to say. My truth.
No.
My truth.
My truth. Who said that?
Well, I mean, that's my truth. What
Oh, Spanish.
it feels like saying my feelings are more important.
Yeah.
Well, this is my truth. Whatever. This one's classic. This one's maybe the worst thing you can possibly say to anyone is, "Do you know who I am?" Because the answer to that is no. And then
Yeah, you have to ask the question. The answer
where
is
do
no.
you go from there?
Yeah.
If you go, "Do you know who I am?" and I go, "Nope,"
I have a hard time
you're going to explain it to me? That's even worse.
when when they say park over here, and I go, okay, and they get there, well, you can't park here, and I go, okay, what's the right answer? I don't say, do you know who I am? Because clearly they don't know who I am, and nobody wants to be the guy that says, do you know who I am?
Right.
And then you also don't want to say who you are. You don't want to be like, well, I'm Mike Calta, I'm supposed to park. That's almost
Right,
as bad,
yeah,
you know. So
yeah.
you're like, all right. I love when we go to a gig and they say park in lot A, and then you get to lot A, and before they even talk
Shaking
to you, they
their
go, no,
Yep.
no.
Mm.
And then you wait until they calm down and you go, hi, I'm supposed to park here and whatever. And they go, oh, okay, go ahead. Either that or they go, well, no, you can't. Nobody told me. And I
Yeah.
go, okay, what's your name? Cliff. Okay. Because I'm leaving and I'm going to tell them that I would not be here for this gig today because Cliff would not let
Right.
me park here. Then usually they're like, oh, okay, come on.
You know how you can make John Brennan just squirm whenever there's situations and it's
yeah.
like any kind of confrontation or anything like that. And he's
Corporate
like, no,
John.
yeah. When we were playing for St. Patty's Day one year or whatever, and I came out and the lady's shaking her head and stuff, and I roll my window down and I go, we were told to park over here, and she goes, you can't, blah, blah, blah. And then what's his name that used to work for us, dial it in.
Adam?
No, the other
Willie?
one. Willie, yeah. Came over and he's like, and I just rolled my window up on her. And John was like, oh my God. I love it. Though.
That's the thing. If
Shut
you,
up.
as long as you don't lose your cool,
Yeah.
you just, I'll let you go crazy until somebody comes over and straightens you out.
Like the girl that came over and accused us of stealing her chairs.
Oh, yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was weird.
She accused us of stealing her chairs, and Mike was talking to her, so I said, all right, I'm not going to overtalk, whatever. And then I started looking through my phone, and I was listening to her, and I'm just shaking my head.
Yeah.
And she goes, you can shake your head all you want. And I go, oh, I will.
You don't have to be belligerent.
Belligerent is
By the
what
way,
you
that
do.
was not a great comeback, but yeah,
Yeah.
I just want
Yeah.
to yeah. And then she said you don't have to be belligerent, and then we were like, I don't think you know what belligerent means.
You've not seen belligerent yet.
Yeah.
He usually is belligerent. He's not doing it
Yeah,
right
exactly.
now.
Right, right.
Yeah, I'm very
Pretty
belligerent
calm,
right
yeah.
now. I was not doing anything. This one, money can't buy you happiness. You don't have money.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what that is.
Money can't buy you 13 refrigerators.
By the way, Daniel Tosh had a great joke. He goes, people that say money can't buy happiness. Have you ever seen somebody sad on a jet ski? He goes, it's impossible. And then he acts it out and he's like,
What happened to Daniel Tosh?
he's got his money and he
Yeah.
left.
Yeah, and he
Yeah.
does his own podcast and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Like
He
he's
does
doing
whatever
his
he
own
wants.
thing.
He
Yeah.
does whatever he wants, and
Yeah.
he tours and does his stuff, whatever. But yeah, he doesn't. He's that guy that doesn't need anybody's approval, doesn't need you to like him, doesn't need to be in the spotlight.
Right.
You know?
Evidently, yeah.
Yeah.
Because he made so much money.
He's
Right.
so funny too.
Yeah.
Tosh.0 was great. His stand-up specials were great. Like everything.
And he was like the guy. He was
Yeah.
like,
Oh,
you know,
yeah. I told Galvin this the other day. I don't know if I said it on the air or not, but Dom Irera. Remember Dom Irera, the comedian?
Yeah.
I don't know Dom Irera that well. And I keep getting FaceTime calls from Dom Irera. And I'm so I'm so not answering him because I think that he's calling the wrong person, or is he just calling me at 9:00 at night and I'm afraid to open it and he's just going to be right there staring at the screen?
Or
Hey,
he's
buddy.
with somebody.
I don't know.
He hangs out with a lot of comedians that come on the show.
I know that's true too.
Like he's probably with Bert or something, or you know what I mean. Like he's probably with somebody that you know, and they're like, "Oh yeah, let's call him. Let's call
but
him."
FaceTime is so aggressive.
I
that's
answer
an
it
odd
every
thing.
time.
That's
You
an odd
do?
thing.
Yes.
I don't.
If someone FaceTimes me, unless it's like someone that I'm not trying to talk to, if someone FaceTime me, I definitely answer because it could be an accident. So you don't, even if it's an accident, you could catch them doing something good.
I answered the phone when Jelly Roll and Bert FaceTime me because I knew if Bert was FaceTiming me, instead he was with somebody, something was going on.
Maybe
But
that's
most
why,
of the time,
like
I don't.
Karma said, that's why Dom's FaceTiming you.
I can live without it.
Yeah, Dom's like, hey, I got the whole cast of Sopranos. You want to tie to?
Yeah. Oh, sorry, Eddie Vedder. I guess he didn't.
I don't know why he's not picking up. Some of the other ones on here, you're just too sensitive. It's just a way to avoid personal responsibility over your actions or your words. You're being too sensitive.
Yeah.
I'm shook, or that triggers me. Ugh. If you say that triggers me, I'm going to punch you in the throat.
Yeah, that triggers us to say.
Woke. Saying woke, that always annoying.
Yeah, I'm tired of hearing that.
How about this? As a mother, blah, blah, oh, you're a mother.
Yeah.
This one, I'm not racist, but
You're racist.
But I'm about to prove I am.
Right. Goes kind of along with this. I probably shouldn't say this, but I don't usually write reviews. Everything happens for a reason. Starting a statement with, yeah, no. Although I do like to do that sometimes.
Yeah.
I like to give them the yeah, no. Yeah, no. That doesn't make any sense.
Galvin did an open letter to this one time, and I disagree with it. I still think it is what it is the best saying.
Yeah,
It's
okay,
just,
Popeye.
Well, I mean, it's just,
Yeah.
I accept it for what it is. It is what it is. Just move on.
Yeah, but you saying that, you can have that belief and react that way where you don't even have to say anything. Shrugging your shoulders is saying it is what it is. You know, you just go like this. All right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's kind of it, whatever. It's just the saying part, I think, that annoys me. But there you go. There's some stuff that's definitely going to get eye rolls and possibly a throat punch.
I still love Galvin when he goes in and goes, nope.
Nope is great. Nope is definitely one of the best ever.
That's good.
Like the quick assessment of the situation is fantastic.
Nope. I'm out of here. There you go. That is it for news.
Mike Calta Show, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, sir.
Hey, I was calling because earlier today you guys were chatting about the crash that happened, the plane that rolled over.
Right.
Not often that I might know something that Galvin didn't know, but what happened was the landing gear busted on it, blew out to the side of the runway, and the plane rolled over, busted the wing. That's what happened.
Okay, so if that's true, then that is a fault of the airline, and therefore they will be able to prove fault, and they will be entitled to more money than $30,000 each.
Yeah, actually, that $30,000 is not a recompense. They can still sue. They are not signing off their right to sue by accepting that $30,000.
Right.
That's just an apology. 30,000, and then they can still sue after that.
Unless you sign something. If they give you the 30 grand and then they go, hey,
Sign
you
this,
can't, do it. Yeah, sure.
All right, thank you for.
There you go. Great show, Calvin.
Thanks, buddy.
Why just Calvin?
Just
It
take
was
the compliment.
his news.
I love Galvin. We come from the same place. He's from Geneva. I was from Wheaton. I grew up. I knew his brother.
Oh.
He rocks. You rock, Galvin.
Who is this?
My name's Scott Strobar. My buddy back there knew your older brother Tom, and we used to go snowmobile. I'm the guy who was water skiing on the Fox River out there, and you told me not to.
Gotcha. All right.
Thank you,
Thanks,
buddy.
Scott.
Appreciate the call.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Mike Calta Show, good morning.
Hey, Mike. This is Mark Harrison. How are you?
Good, sir. What's happening?
Nothing much. Hey, I had a question.
Okay.
So I applied for unemployment, back in 2023, and then now, they called me and they said the employer said you shouldn't get it. have one? Am I supposed to get it or not?
There's so many things to
You're
do.
my favorite caller.
You applied for unemployment in 2023,
Yes, sir.
and they just called you and said that you
Yeah.
and you thought the best thing to do would be to ask me about it.
Yes, sir.
What do I know?
I don't know. Can you tell Carmen to shut up? Like, I'm just asking. Like,
Are you drinking?
on,
Are
Mike.
you drinking already?
a little bit. Yeah.
Who drinks at 8:00 in the morning?
An unemployed guy.
A little tipsy.
Right.
It's Friday.
I would not hire you, sir.
Sir. All right. I'm hanging up. I'm hanging up. Goodbye.
You loser. Now I know why you got fired.
What a weird world we live in. I applied for unemployment in 2023, and they called me today and said, "No, I can't." What do you think?
Sarah, I haven't got my unemployment yet. I'm going to call Mike Calta. See what he has to say. By the way, I just want to go over this because I think this is hilarious. There is a thing on BuzzFeed that talks about guys being honest with their wives and stuff, how honest you should be.
Should we save this for when we come back?
I mean, we can.
Yeah, let's
sure,
do that because we're way behind.
Yeah, it's a few different things, whatever. But there's one on here that is fantastic
All
about
right.
how honest you want to be with your wife or girlfriend.
Okay, all right. We'll talk about that next. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is
Hey, good morning, Mike Calta, Medicine Man.
I figured it might be you.
Yeah.
What can we do for you, Medicine Man? What are the big plans for the weekend?
There's a couple of things. I may check out over here locally at the Stockyard tonight. Creed Fisher.
Who?
He's playing here tonight.
Who is that?
Pause after Creed.
Yeah.
Creed Fisher.
Creed Fisher, you're saying?
Yeah, he's sort of a regional country southern rocker.
Okay, sounds awful.
So-
What else?
Maybe I might check out My Sacrifice at LBC, their Creed tribute band.
Man, you just Dynasty Creed this
Yeah.
weekend.
So I don't know what else is going on this weekend either.
Well, Galvin was going to see if you wanted to hang out.
Nope.
I don't mind hanging out with Dolly.
I
That would
don't
be kinda
mind.
cool.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate
He's
that.
pretty cool, right? You guys both wear black T-shirts.
By the way, Creed Fisher has a song called "Girls with the Big."
Oh,
Yeah.
Houses.
Mhm.
all right, Medicine Man. I
I
gotta
know what
go.
you're talking about. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Big hooters.
Yeah. Hey, I gotta go. Don't
Yeah.
call back today anymore.
I won't. I may leave a message over the weekend or something.
That's fine. Just don't call back for the rest of the show today.
That's cool.
All right. Talk to you. Call after 10:00. Talk to Drew. He wants to talk to you.
I know. I haven't talked to him because I don't listen to the show. I watch the game shows. I try doing something else. You know?
Drew was just saying the other day how I really wish Medicine Man would call us more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, I had a little ER yesterday too.
You had a what?
I had to go to the emergency room yesterday. Something was on my butt. You know,
How do you not lead with that? You had something on your butt?
Yeah, it was something on my butt. It's a skin abscess. It's very annoying. It feels like somebody stuck a pin in, like threw a dart in your butt, and never pulled it out.
And what they say?
It was like hell.
They actually said they removed it and they said it's a Creed Fisher.
Oh, you got not an anal fisher, but a Creed
Right,
fisher.
yeah.
Those are the worst.
No, it's on a butt cheek, not near the, where the.
I gotta go. Mike
he's
Calta
got-
Show. Good morning.
Ass cancer.
Good morning. Hello.
It was Barry.
Hey, Mike Calta, it's Medicine Man.
Mike Calta Show. Good morning.
Dude, how has your wife not left you yet? I can't believe the other day you talked about the OnlyFans deal. I mean, your wife is one of the most naturally beautiful women I've ever seen in my life, and you're rubbing one out at night in the other room to OnlyFans.
I gotta
What
be
is
honest
wrong
with you.
dude?
I gotta be honest with you. I didn't rub one out to it. I would tell you if I did. I've rubbed one out to other things before, but I did not rub one out to the OnlyFans chick. I was just
Does
curious.
she at least have a side piece or something, dude? Like an instructor or something, like Giselle or something?
She may, sir. I don't think she does, but she may.
I mean, you must look like a Japanese Michelin man naked. Did she leave the lights off?
Why do I gotta be Japanese?
This guy's got bits.
Oh, and then he hung up.
Oh.
How do you insult me and then hang up on me? I was letting you talk.
Was the whole thing a setup for the Michelin Man thing?
Yeah. He's got bits.
I don't understand why I gotta be Japanese. I get the Michelin Man part.
Yeah,
Your eyes.
Your eyes.
Oh,
Butthole
my
eyes.
butthole eyes.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
He's running material on you.
I like it. He did it. He was all right. He was good up until the started insulting me. Yeah, because he's right. He's like, I do have a beautiful wife, and I did join an OnlyFans, and I did talk about that on the air.
Yeah.
So if he wanted to bring that up and say, why would you do that? I get that. I understand that.
BuzzFeed has an article, and it's stuff that guys lie about to their wives or girlfriends.
Certainly not OnlyFans.
But why they lie about it or what's going on and stuff. Telling your wife or girlfriend that you hurt them the first time. This guy says, my big thing about my wife is I don't know why she waits to leave the room to tell me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You go out of the room and then you say, yeah. Have you ever lied about saying that well, none of us do this because we already talked about it earlier, but the lawn's wet. You can't mow the lawn when it's wet.
Oh yeah, well, none of us are mowing our lawns.
Right, but just making up excuses.
I have definitely lied about things inside the house.
Right,
like
you can't do that because the pipes are cold.
Pipes are cold. And you cannot. My wife loves to call me out on that. So do the kids.
Yeah.
When the kids will be like, "Can we go here?" and I'll be like, "You can't go on Tuesdays or not." I'll be like, "These kids, they're open on Tuesdays." I try that flow lying where you just say it immediately without thinking about it, and it never works.
If you're a gamer, telling them that you'll one more game and then I'll come to bed.
Yeah.
One more game and then it's 5:00 in the morning.
I do that when I say we're gonna have like one more beer.
Yeah.
That's Chad.
Can I tell you that
Legends.
I am? There are just like I'm not a quitter. There's just times where I'm done.
Yeah,
I'm done. I'm done playing video games.
Like forever.
Maybe not, but for right now, I have no desire. I was a guy who played Call of Duty with my brother and my nephews every night before I went to bed, and then one day I just went, I'm done.
You're done with wrestling.
I quit wrestling.
Yeah.
I mean,
done with the Yankees.
Done with baseball. Yeah. I got to the point where I'm just like, no, I'm done.
I get it.
The Godfather. I watched The Godfather or Godfather 2 every day for at least 15 to 20 minutes. Every day I would put it on for a little while. And then one day I was just like, I'm done for a little while. Yeah. Not that I won't ever go back to it, but I just get to the point where I'm done.
Godfather, baseball, Spanish. I mean, a lot of things are just done.
Wow. Things are changing.
I think Spanish was done.
This is one of the things that doesn't work for you because your wife does the finances and stuff.
Yeah.
But do you ever tell her it was like $20? Like whatever.
I told her the OnlyFans was $3. Turns out it was $13. I didn't know that though.
No, but like for instance, if you bought something, a game, or you bought something, whatever that's frivolous thing, and you're like, it was like $20. May have been 80, could have been 140.
Yeah, I don't know if that's so much a lie or if you're just like I don't know.
But this is the great thing is so it's only $20. This woman wrote, my husband has a magnet on our refrigerator that says, quote, my biggest fear after my death is that my wife sells all the gear that I told her what I paid for.
Yeah.
I don't know. He said this was $50. It's a 1943 Les Paul, or something crazy. I don't even know if Les Pauls were made in 43.
I finished with guns the other day. I said I'm done getting new guns.
Yeah.
I just get to a point where I'm done with
enough.
things.
You had enough.
I need new things though. I need to keep going with new things, or else I'm starting to.
You need to fill that space.
You need to be able to collect stuff.
Yeah,
not collect, Carmen.
You're a collector.
You are.
I feel like you're done with Funko Pops.
I don't think so.
You haven't got any. There's a lot of new ones out there. I haven't seen you been getting them.
It's true. I haven't gotten the new ones. I like a collection. Like I like when they did The Godfather and Seinfeld. And
I just
Sopranos
got
and
Varsity Blues.
Oh, see, I got to get that.
Yeah.
I got to get that.
Billy Bob Comes with a Little Pig.
Yeah, I got to get that. You know what I've been into more now than I've been in the last 30 years? Reading.
Oh.
I know. Where does that come from?
Nerd.
All of a sudden I'm reading.
Yeah.
What are you reading?
I was reading. I just read a book. And
Cereal
I read
boxes?
It like, no. I bought 2 books and I bought one and I haven't even opened it yet. It was
That's not reading.
I know that one I didn't read. It was Al Pacino's biography. And then I bought another book.
My life story.
And then I bought another book about prisons, and I read that one like in the first day.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know where that comes from.
Interesting.
I know.
A couple of other things. Carmen, does Chad ever tell you your food is bad?
No, he just doesn't eat leftovers. Ever.
This guy says, I've been married for 12 years. He goes, I'm never going to tell my wife that this is missing something or it was good, except for it needs this, whatever. He goes, I just tell her it's delicious all the time.
See, that's delicious. Not good. That's like when women tell guys that the sex was good or they fake an orgasm.
Yeah.
If I'm going 30% and you fake an orgasm, then I think that I only have to go 30% in order for you to have it again. So if
No,
my wife
you're just
makes
lazy.
no, but that's not it. It's you. You've
No.
you've told me that this was enough.
You got to let them know.
Yeah.
You gotta
Yeah,
say it.
and they have, but also at some point in time, they just want to be done with what you're doing. So at that point, so you should be able to know the difference between
Well, then
faking and real.
Then tell me get off me. Don't say I've gotten off.
That's why your wife told you that.
Well,
yeah.
Get off me.
Get off
Yeah.
me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
She's very honest.
How about this one? Of course, I got the ice cream for you. Whenever your wife is like, "Oh, did you get this ice cream for me?" Yeah, of course. And then somebody said, "Just get 2," and he goes, "No, because that one will be for her too."
Yeah.
Let's see.
Hey, don't ever tell your wife her food is good if it's not good, because then she's gonna think that that's what you like and that's what's
She'll
easy for her.
keep
She's
making
gonna make
it.
it to you all the time.
My
That's just
wife,
dumb.
she's so hypersensitive about cooking because she hates to cook. If I mention that anything like it's great, maybe a little more salt or anything, it'll be you hated it, you didn't want it, and then she doesn't want to make it anymore. So I say nothing. I say nothing.
See, I want to be critiqued because I want to get better. I enjoy cooking though.
Yeah.
You know, like I love cooking and I love trying different things in the kitchen and stuff like that. So if Chad's like, yeah, I didn't like that one, I'm like, yeah, I don't, or I'll be like, I didn't like this. And he'll be like, no, it's great. I'm like, I know you hate it. Just tell me you hate it.
My wife only makes 2 things. Like
That's so. My wife is like 4 things.
2 things. She makes Italian chicken. It's like breaded chicken, whatever. And I have to sit over there and I go, it's too high. You got to turn this down because I cook and I know what. But I know what I'm doing. I know that she's gonna burn it whenever she's off talking and doing other stuff. And then she makes meatloaf, and the meatloaf's good.
Oh,
meatloaf's
I love
good.
the meatloaf.
Horseradish, yeah, that's where it's at.
My wife will make a good meatloaf. She'll make good Greek meatballs. She's got like 4 dishes that she
Fart
makes
soup.
good. Fart soup is fantastic. And then she does like a balsamic chicken. She can master that crock pot.
How about this? Speaking of fart soup, that smell isn't me. Blaming the farts or something on the walls or
I have
dog.
more.
It's the dog.
The dog.
I've been lying more about farting than I have ever been before, because as you know, because of my sleep mask, I'm very hairy.
Yeah.
And a lot of times but I will tell you, the dogs fart a lot. The dogs, and she'll go, "Oh God, was that you?" And I go, "No, it was not me." And I don't lie about that. But I you know how you could tell if your fart's gonna smell? It burns when it comes out. You know what I'm saying?
You need to go
Carmen.
to the doctor.
You know.
Yeah,
You need
you
to go to the
don't.
doctor.
Yeah.
When it comes out and it's heated, you know that there's gonna be that one's gonna stink. I don't fart that around my wife. She gets no
You
hot
can
farts.
control the heat.
No,
I
but
feel like-
on the way out, if I start to feel the heat, I go, "We gotta hold that one in. Hold that one in."
What?
You never did that.
Feel the heat.
You never felt the heat on a fart.
Not prior to.
You as it's coming,
Yeah, like
as
it's not warming up.
as it's trying to leave. You're like, "Oh, that temperature's too hot for that. That's gonna be bad.
And
That
then
one's
back
gonna
off.
smell like rotten garbage."
I think you might be backfiring.
Yeah.
I will say, since New Orleans, I do not trust anything. I'm
The old gamble and lose.
It is. I am still cleaning out house, and it.
Come on.
Still, huh?
I don't know, isn't it? Like I feel fine, but it still makes me nervous.
Yeah.
You don't want to cough too hard.
Yeah, or if I,
When I got that norovirus, I was nervous for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I was not a normal person.
right, and that's the thing, and everything's fine now, and it's stuff, but it's still just
There's
PTSD.
uncertainty.
Yeah.
If you want to go to dinner or go somewhere to eat, whatever, the easiest way for you to get your girlfriend or your wife to go and to figure out where you're going to go is to say, "Guess where I'm taking you for dinner?" And whatever they say, you go, "Yep."
That's a great idea. That's a great idea.
That is a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, except
That's
for what if she always says burns?
That's fine. I don't understand and in women, it really falls back on you. When you say, "What do you want for dinner?" and I say, "Whatever you feel like eating," at that point, you should stop talking to me and just order something. Because I just told you, whatever you're eating, I'm fine with. Chinese food, Greek food, Italian food, Spanish food. You want to get tacos? I'm fine.
But when they do that and you go tacos and they go,
Right.
then you're lying.
You're not being honest.
My wife did something to me the other day that made me so mad, and I told her how mad it made me. She came home, and I was watching basketball, and I said, "I don't have to watch this. What do you want to watch?" And she goes, "Not this." Right?
Yeah.
I conceded that I watch sports a lot, and I was saying I don't have to watch this. What would you like to watch? We can watch it. You want to watch stupid 90 Day Fiance? Fine, we can watch. But she said not this. That's not the right response.
No, it's not.
Just was hating your show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I already told her we could change it. Not this. That was rude. Also, that's bad. And also, I feel like my wife's not going to help me when I'm old. Because I think I may actually be losing my hearing.
Right.
I mean, between playing drums, listening to loud music, constantly having earbuds in, and over ear headphones and stuff, my wife will say something. I'll go, huh? And she'll go, you're losing your hearing. And I go, I know. And she goes, you don't. And I go, stop yelling at me. I go, I can't do anything about it. Whatever. And I go, but also you mumble. Just so you know, you mumble. I go, listen, I'm losing my hearing. Also, you mumble.
Yeah.
My wife is convinced that I mumble.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I talk for a living.
Yeah.
That's the one thing that I know that I can do. It's provided for us. So don't tell me I mumble. Maybe you just have problems hearing.
Yeah. And when you're scrolling through your phone, you think I mumble because you're not paying attention. And then I go, hello.
You know what we don't have the manpower to do that I would love to do? Is wife swap, like that TV show, like where they do the celebrity wife swap. It'd be great if I had to live with Jamie for a week. And you had to live with Jenny for a week. I mean, I think
Jamie would come home and she'd go, hot air. He's saying it's hot air.
Listen,
I wouldn't fart in front of Jamie.
I would love to live with Chad for a week.
I'll take Jamie, 100%.
That would be so much fun.
We could play video games. It'd be great. He can show me how to get abs.
No, I don't think that's a teaching thing.
I think I'd be most comfortable with Galvin's wife because I know her.
All right, take it easy.
The best.
Yeah, that's really weird.
We get where you're going with this.
I would not. No, it's not sexual. I would not fart in front of Galvin's wife, hot or cold.
No,
I would not do that. Hot or cold farts in front of your wife either.
Thank you.
If you fart in front of Sugar Pants, just tell her it's a barking spider.
Oh, she'll like that.
She buys it.
Okay.
Barking spider.
Yeah, there must be a barking spider in here. Huh? Yep.
Well, I got the reverse bullfrog fart, so I might be able to pull that off.
Hot or cold?
Those are cold.
No, good.
Reverse bullfrog is full on cold air. You know what I'm talking. You know what I'm talking about. A hot fart where you're like, "What is happening? Is this? Should I run to the?" Oh, okay, it's just a hot fart.
Kinda, but no.
Yeah, just I'm not afraid to talk
but
about
also
it.
stop it.
Yeah.
Am I the only one bold enough to talk about hot farts?
But
There's nothing hot about it.
I don't know. You can control. I don't know how you detect and control ahead of time.
No, you got to be a master of your. Got to be a master of your booty.
I guess.
Yeah,
that's very impressive.
Oh, I know what's going on. 800-771-1025. Yesterday, I was going to play Redneck Bingo, and we ran out of time. Should we attempt to do that again today?
Sure.
All right, then let me take a break so we don't get too far behind. I'll take a quick break, and we come back, and we'll play Redneck Bingo. Because don't we have Redneck tickets for something to give away?
No.
What do we have? We got Leonard Skinner.
Yeah.
John Fogerty.
John Fogerty. Got Katy Perry.
Nope.
Oh.
Foreigner.
Okay.
Very
well, you'll have your choice of whatever we have, and we'll play a little Redneck Bingo next on 102.5 The Bone.